Roy, can you find me whatever sound we have back there that makes fun of the Yankees? Just anything from the files that we have of things that have made fun of the Yankees over the last 20 years. What do you have back
now
there?
The 3-2 swung on, a pop foul back here.
Ow! Ow!
Okay.
Ow!
Keep that. That'll work.
It really hit me. I didn't know it was coming back that far.
Just keep the ow, ow, ow parts of that and cut out all the other fat.
Ow!
Yeah.
I kind of like it hit me.
No, yep.
Ow!
More of it. Well, just
It hit me.
Let me hear.
Ow.
Let me hear the whole thing. Just all of it.
Now the 3-2 swung on, a pop foul back here.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
It really hit me. I didn't know it was coming back that far.
I think it's better as just 3 hours and then ambient noise.
Motion to keep
Ow.
the entire sound, please.
Ow!
Let me hear what other sound you have to make fun of the Yankees today.
Roger Clemens is in George's box, and Roger Clemens is coming back. Oh my goodness gracious! Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, Roger Clemens standing right in George Steinbrenner's box, announcing he is back. Roger Clemens is a New York Yankee.
Kind of an overreaction, no?
I think it's the last great moment the Yankees have had.
Goodness gracious!
We'll win a World Series after that.
Goodness gracious!
Wait. Because my timelines
They
have.
won in 09.
Hold on. Give me the names of the teams that have won a World Series more recently than the Yankees. I'm the Cubs and the Red Sox.
The Royals.
The Nationals. The Nationals.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious!
Giants, maybe more than once.
Rangers.
The Rangers.
Wow.
Giants 3 times.
Goodness gracious!
Happy New York Suffers Today Day. Billy ran in today, though, and this is super rare for Billy, where I can hear the smile in his voice, and he's just talking about white Corvettes.
Goodness gracious!
What are you up to?
I'm up to nothing, but I'm prepared to maybe have to be involved in some nonsense, which, sometimes I'm down for some nonsense. So we talked about this yesterday. Greg was complaining that he got a Corvette for his birthday, a white Corvette. He didn't like a white Corvette. And then you made a bet with Nick Wright for $5,000 over a game that I don't think either of you really care all that much about, which is, weird. But rich people stuff. You're just betting $5,000 like it's
I'll
nothing.
give you points.
Yeah, that. It was strange. And then he said that he bought his dad an old car that was not white. It was seafoam green, if I remember correctly. And then we somehow found a 1993 Chevy Corvette that was for sale for under $5,000. So we decided, unbeknownst to Nick Wright, to possibly change the stakes of this bet. So he may think that he's going to be owed $5,000, but may in fact receive a 1993 Chevy Corvette that needs a transmission. So then we're trying to figure out, how do we get this Corvette to him if he loses, and what does he do with said car when
If he wins.
Yes.
Under 100K miles, by the way. That's good.
But no transmission.
But who needs a transmission?
That's
What
one
is
of those.
a transmission?
Exactly
anyways?
right.
Yeah, that's one of those things.
there.
You just
either
put.
a man or woman mission. Thank you.
Ow!
You were great yesterday, by the way.
Thank you.
Did you hear the news, Dan? Start spreading it.
Ow!
Let's go for a breakaway on the Jays to raise the cup. We'll be standing on our heads till we meet them at center ice. Hockey is back, Jack. Hockey is back, Jack. Hockey is back, Jack, baby, and we'll meet you at center ice.
The Nationals winning a World Series more recently than the Yankees, and the Cubs winning more recently, and the Red Sox winning more recently, and the Rangers and the Royals winning more recently. while the GM is never in trouble, but the manager is in profound trouble, reminds me of what's happening or what's been happening in Florida with the Dolphins.
Cashman is still there?
Oh, yeah. He's got a lifetime job. That's right.
Really?
Yeah.
For that franchise?
That's right.
When they haven't won a World Series since 2009? Yep. That's really?
Ow!
The Yankees' failure when it was wide open for them. Skubal got hurt, and then the Blue Jays just became something that I legitimately have never seen before happen to the Yankees, and I think anyone in baseball. The way the Blue Jays were hitting is crazy. The Yankee ERA of the starting pitchers was above 16. Just as the starting pitchers. For the entire ALDS, the Yankees had an ERA of 9. But Aaron Judge will forever have his moment.
He covered his guy. He had a big at-bat in that 9th inning. He handled his.
They can't take that away from him ever. Game 3 of the 2025 ALDS. I mean, and I will say this, to Jeremy's credit, we could have witnessed history if he hit a meaningless home run yesterday, because here's the thing about Aaron Judge that's great, is when your team is bad and it's, you're always on the brink of elimination, every game becomes an elimination game. So everything that you do becomes more historic because you did it in an elimination game because you immediately are down and on the brink of elimination, which Derek Jeter, to my memory, was never eliminated from.
Keywords there is team stinks.
I don't think Derek Jeter ever.
No, he never lost.
No.
Not once.
And he's great on TV, if we're going to be honest.
Roy, would you get me again that moment on Fox? Because I don't think anything says 2025 more than Pedro Martinez, Alex Rodriguez, and Big Papi just standing around trying to figure out how to say Schlittler. And then Big Papi just says something that makes people who have been more scared of how things look than he is, because A-Rod and Jeter have more consequences about how things look than David Ortiz. So what you end up happening on television, because Schlittler's the one who ends up trying yesterday to keep them in the game. He held down Toronto enough, more than anybody else did for the Yankees. But this was the moment of that series. Again, I want to give you the history. Derek Jeter doesn't want anything ever said or bad about him publicly, has a pristine image. A-Rod, you know how pristine he likes things to look. David Ortiz cares slightly less.
Every single one of you pronounce his last name. You kept first.
Schlittler. Oh, well, he's the master. Schlittler. Schlittler. Now your turn.
Sound like Hitler.
Incredible judgment from both.
Let's go to a break, guys.
I'm going Cam.
My bad. I put Pedro there.
Wrong Dominican.
Yeah, I just
Wrong network.
You just had him in the side there. Like,
Come on.
He's with Jimmy Rollins and Curtis Granderson, the Grandy Man.
my bad. Aaron Judge did as much as he could have. Aaron Judge played well in that series. Aaron Judge was hitting everything
He
in
hit
that
600,
series.
Dan.
It's so funny. Toronto's 8th hitter, is that Clement?
Mm-hmm.
How many?
Sure.
How many hits did he have in that series?
You ready for this one? So Trent Grisham of the Yankees went 2 for 17. Volpe went 1 for 15 with 11 strikeouts. Ben Rice went 2 for 11 with 5 strikeouts. Jazz went 2 for 14. Cody Bellinger went 3 for 16. That means they were combined 10 for 73. Clement had 9 hits.
Every time I saw that guy hitting, he was choked up on the bat, hitting a duck fart right in front of an outfielder.
That's baseball. I like that. Choking up, duck fart. There we go.
But
You could see the vibration off the end of the bat in that last one. It was amazing.
The Yankees keep throwing these high-priced starters at him. They don't have Garrett Cole, and he just keeps going up there. And every time he was up there, I felt he was closer to holding the top of the bat than the bottom of the bat. And it's just like hit the ball 97 feet right over the second baseman's head, right over the shortstop's head, and then wait for Vladdy Guerrero to get back up so he can have his 9 hits.
That's what wins in the postseason, though. That's why the Yankees keep losing, is because they're home run or bust, and you need guys that can actually have those duck farts to right center. Because in the modern game, there's so many teams that are so swing and miss, and when you get to the postseason, it's either Schwarber hits 2 home runs or you lose. It's Judge hits a bunch of home runs or you lose, and that's the spot the Yankees found themselves in yet again.
Did you guys enjoy it? Billy, did you enjoy watching the Yankees lose, or is that something that has now become cliche since 2009?
Did I enjoy watching them lose? Yes.
You sound like Pam Bondi repeating the question.
I enjoyed watching them lose. Did I enjoy watching Clayton Kershaw fall apart?
Easy. What is that supposed to mean?
Shoehorned.
Straw man.
How much did you enjoy it?
Kershaw or the Yankees?
Well, I didn't even ask you about Kershaw. You went to Kershaw.
Well,
I didn't care. I wasn't thinking about Kershaw. I didn't ask you any. You were the first one to mention that Kershaw blew up during. Most people were sleeping during that last
I watched
night.
Kershaw coming out of the bullpen. He's a hoss now, huh?
This was sad. It was sad to see him come out of the bullpen.
The last time I watched him pitch, Dan, he was at least 40 pounds lighter.
He is thicker.
Aren't we all, though?
That's fair enough.
Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Aren't we all thicker now?
Time to do it in front of his maybe hero, maybe not. Maybe we're just pretending he's hero, Sandy Koufax.
Someone needs a memo from the War Department.
Wasn't asking you about Kershaw or the
They
Dodgers.
let him finish that game. They would have let him give up 60 runs if he was going to give up 60 runs, right? He wasn't even on the roster the first round. So then they had him there, and that was honestly was like just a respect thing for Kershaw. I was like, okay, this is his last season. We're going to send him back out there. We already lost this game. Doesn't matter if we win or lose. We're up 2-1. Or we're up 2-0, I guess, against the Phils. He's going to get his moment. And ooh, I mean, I'll tell you what. It was prime playoff Kershaw. So the fans did get that if that's what they were looking for.
Didn't ask you about Kershaw.
Yeah, that's just, I didn't know if we were going to get there or not, so I decided.
I
the
was
Yankees,
hoping we
though,
wouldn't.
I mean, jeez.
Ow!
They stink, huh? Yankees, and then they asked Aaron Boone, "You going to be back next year?" And he's like, "I'm under contract." Buddy, you're not going to be back. I hate to be the bearer of bad news here. It's not going. What is this fool doing that I see over here on the screen?
It's Zaslow joining us from Europe. I have been told by Roy that he is on delay, which doesn't bode well for wherever it is that we're headed now in terms of audio and video. Before we get to Zaslow, though, can you just play the manager of the Blue Jays, Roy, John Schneider, making fun of the Yankees in his own clubhouse yesterday? Because really, I have not seen a baseball team hit the way that Toronto hit in that series. They just clubbed and dragged the Yankees all over the place. And so John Schneider, the Blue Jays manager, and I would forgive Mike Ryan for thinking that Cito Gaston was still the Blue Jays manager either time, given that we just told him that Cashman is still the GM of the Yankees. But let's go ahead and play John Schneider making fun of the Yankees with one punctuation of sentence that just makes fun of Sinatra, makes fun of New York, New York, makes fun of the idea that you guys are winners.
Every single one of you in bullpen game, Nathan Lucas, Miles Straw, all you it takes everybody every day. Start spreading the news, bitches. We're going!
That dude was a mean IPA.
He never even got to spread the news. He wanted to tell us what the news on where it is that they were going, but they didn't let him spread the news because they spread champagne all over his face. Play again how they drown out their manager and whatever it is that he was going to say after making fun of Sinatra and New York, New York.
Every single one of you in bullpen game, Nathan Lucas, Miles Straw, all you it takes everybody every day. Start spreading the news, bitches. We're going!
Wait till they get a load of Scooble.
The courtesy on this video is Ariel Helwani. Was he there?
He's just there. Anything that happens Canada, he's there.
Just getting soaked? Just like, oh, shh.
What is going on with Zaslow? Billy, do you want to introduce him? I saw people complaining that he's now in the company Slack. I saw people complaining that as soon as his podcast shoots up the rankings, he does it the special Meadowlark way, takes a long vacation, and just goes to Europe so that everything could die as soon as he leaves. What is happening over there, Zaslow? Where are you joining us from?
I'm at Windsor Castle, my dogs. How are you guys? What's going on?
What are you, on a Motorola Razr? What is that?
I'm on a regular phone. Look at this. I'm in a castle. There's a castle behind me. You know about that? You know about that Windsor Castle?
No, that's a manor if I've ever seen one. How is it
Matter of fact,
How's it possible that Zaslow's reception is better than Tony's when Tony was like 3 stories ahead of us or above us like 3 days ago, and there's no delay here with Zaz?
It's a good question. Meadowlark Media.
Useless comment by Billy. Absolutely
Is there any other kind? Zaslow, what were you going to say before Billy interrupted you because you're calling us on delay?
Oh, it's just going to be like, you know, have you ever been at a castle? Matter of fact, if you look behind me here, you got one of those guards. You see that dude right there? Like he's guarding the castle. I think he was just doing a TikTok dance a few minutes ago, actually. But I got one of those guards behind me. I'm running this place, man. I was hoping to run into the king. I didn't see him, though. I was going to pull like a Black Panther move where I was going to be like, yo, you know, this is your king. But that fool was scared. He wasn't anywhere to be found.
Why weren't you here for the Panthers raising another banner, giving out their rings? Why are you about as geographically far away from your team as you can be?
Dan, let me break something to you here. All right, wives, they love money.
Oh, for the love
and
of God.
when you get the money, which I'm getting now, you know what they want to do with it, Dan? They want to spend it. And one of the things they like to do is travel. So here we are. I'm in London.
Why are you in the Slack, and why are people complaining that you're in the Slack? What is the story?
Complaining? What are you talking about complaining? I'm up in the ante.
I love that Zaz is in the Slack because he is doing it as pure Zaz. I don't think he understands what the video dump is for. I think he's...
Oh, I understand.
You're just making it a vacation album, but I like it. Look, like he sent this and with the caption of, you know about that Stonehenge?
He's seeing the world on Meadowlark's money.
There was one time he saw a statue of like some English figure, and he was like,
I know that fool.
I don't know that fool was the caption. Yeah, so he lives the gimmick, Dan. Oh, wow. Surprisingly, we can confirm it's an iPhone and not a Motorola Razr.
Tough to say that word.
Are you guys just telling me that Meadowlark is providing Zaz for the first time with culture in his life? You haven't been to any of these places before? You basically haven't been outside of Pembroke Pines, right?
First of all, I didn't know that the video dump is not my vacation scrapbook. No one, I got to plead ignorance on that one. Was that wrong? You know, I don't know. But I haven't been out of Cooper City in many, many years. I had to update my passport. I haven't been to Europe in 25 years, but I'm here now. I run this place now. Spreading the word. Look, I'm even wearing my Le Batard Show gear. Look, check it out.
You guys realize that he is climbing the ranks at college football at ESPN, and just recently, bought things other than the junk that's in his closet, so that when he travels to Wisconsin, he's not doing so in a 2006 Miami Heat T-shirt.
Do undercover cops look like that in Europe as well?
You do look like a very bad undercover cop, like 21 Jump Street spin-off. Like you're dressed like a high school kid.
Whatever, man. Hang with him. I don't know what to tell you.
That looks like someone that would tweet at me. He doesn't know who Bad Bunny is.
I like Bad Bunny.
Thank you for joining us. Anything else you're going to put in the Slack? From where else are your travels taking you?
Yeah.
When are you back?
I'm going to put a lot more things in the Slack. I got some great pictures of Buckingham Palace. I met up with Joy Taylor out here yesterday. I might throw some pictures of me and her in the Slack. Hey, that's my gimmick.
Buddy, you better come back here and take back your gimmicks. You can't just leave on vacation as soon as you get hot. That's not the way that works. It does around here, but no other media entity is that the way it works.
You know what happens? The listeners, they want me more. They're like, where are you, Zaslow? Where are you? And then when I come back, I'm going to come back to a king's welcome. That's exactly what's going to happen. This is a good plan by me. I know what I'm doing, Dan. Okay.
Thank you for joining us from Stonehenge and from a castle. We appreciate your worldly travels. Come back and tell us about.
By the way, I'm 5 hours ahead of you, Dan. Do you understand how time zones work?
Yeah, generally.
Okay. All right, just making sure. Whatever.
Okay.
Who wins Game 4 tonight? Phillies or Dodgers? You already know the results.
Oh, you want the spoiler?
Yeah, spoiler.
Phillies forced to Game 5. You're gonna love it. It's a great game.
Wow.
Great game. Phillies
Thanks,
forced Game
Zaz.
5. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Don't tell anyone I told you. It's kind of breaking the rules of time travel. All right, I'll see you guys later.
Just going to make it clear, he's still 4 hours from watching that game.
Thank you. It's an important correction. He just wanted to
You're
make
welcome.
from Europe a Lord's time zone joke because the further inside you go on the jokes, the more about him he can make it, which makes him fit right in around here. One of the things that I most enjoyed about yesterday's Yankee game is the bases getting loaded in the bottom of the eighth, and Hope rising up. Look
It lasted for one pitch, that hope.
That's what I liked. It's the bottom of the eighth, and now we got to watch in the ninth sort of mill out of the ballpark in the ninth inning because you know your season's over because you had one pitch of hope. You were just trying to get everything back to Judge, the only one on your team that can hit, and you needed to load the bases in the bottom of the eighth, and then your season goes to die because there's no way for him to hit a 7-run home run in the ninth.
And there's also not a fan base in the world that thinks every fly ball is going out of their ballpark more than the Yankees because they're short porch and right. They just kind of think every time the ball's hit in the air, it's going to be a homer. So you could hear on the fly ball for just a half a second the,
yeah.
Oh, it was great.
It was fun to hear hope die at the feet of the Toronto Blue Jays, who might again win a World Series before the Yankees. The Mariners might win a World Series before the Yankees. The Brewers might win a World Series before the Yankees.
Tigers.
The Tigers might win a World Series before the Yankees. I would imagine the Mariners are scared right now. I would imagine you would have to be if you have the chance of facing Skubal and he's going to strike out 14 of you. You got to go the very hardest of ways to get to the next round.
GK's got to muster up something special. That's right. George Kirby on the mound, towing the rubber for the M's. If I could have one guy going against that guy, it's GK.
What is it that you guys expect when you put these pressure of expectations on people where Aaron Judge isn't doing enough even though he's doing everything because baseball is obviously a team sport until you give the ball to Skubal? Because the pitchers, you give them the ball, and this is the reason that you have Skubal. You have Skubal to win this game. It's the reason that you're asking your Cy Young pitcher to just take away from Seattle a season's worth of momentum. The best Seattle season that we've had since they had Griffey and Randy Johnson and A-Rod on their team. I'll throw Pedro in there because whenever A-Rod's around, I just throw Pedro in there, even though Pedro Martinez didn't pitch for that.
You're starting to get it.
They would have been real good with Randy Johnson and Pedro, Dan.
You guys didn't seem to enjoy this as much as I did. I do this very rarely where I enjoy watching people lose. I didn't do that. I didn't make Floyd Mayweather one of the richest people in the history of sports because I was rooting for him to lose. I did this some with Saban, and I always lost. I would tune into Alabama, and then they would just run the sport forever. But the Yankees, I tune in all season for that bottom of the eighth yesterday, for that swing, for the bases are loaded, for, oh, you dared to hope, and now you realize it's all gone. How quickly can you get to the subway?
It's a fascinating thing that happened to your fandom because you grew up being a Yankee guy and now you root for them to lose. Yeah. It's really a testament to how awful New York is.
How awful New Yorkers in Miami are. It's
a special breed. New York, you guys seem to enjoy it up there. Well, actually, not really because you fly down here. But it's made Dan have a miserable experience with New York sports.
I wouldn't say that it's miserable. I would say that it's just grown from we only had the Yankees here in spring training once upon a time with the Dolphins, and it's the only major league team that we had down here, only major league sport that we had, and we only had it during spring training, and then we got all the other sports. And so I did what my parents did, rather. My parents grew up Mets fans. I've told you the happiest I've ever seen my father. Happiest I've ever seen him. 1986, the ball rolls through Buckner's legs. He dances around the living room in tighty-whities that are above his navel. I remember my father dancing like that because my father doesn't really show joy that way. I also remember those underwear above the navel, old man abuelo style. Do you all have a father or an abuelo who wears the tighty-whities that you remember from childhood over the navel, or is that just me? Was that just my?
That was just you, bro.
My grandfather did the cloth boxers, like the ones you get in prison. They're like very long and clothy. So he didn't go tighty whities, but he had like long, like they were up here, like you said, past the navel, but like cloth boxers. So they're like past his knees, but also past his navel at the same time.
Billy, nothing like this in your family history of somebody who
my parents were usually dressed, so I don't really know their underwear situation, to be honest.
Well, look, I've told you my father is somewhere on the Asperger scale. He did this. I was in my late 40s. Udonis Haslem and the Heat are on the road in a playoff game against Chicago, I think. He is so scared. I'm in his living room. I don't have an explanation for you on this. I don't think that this is normal in fandom in any way. I'm there with my girlfriend. My brother is there with his girlfriend in the living room. My father is so scared by what's happening at the end of that Heat game that he just takes his slacks off. He's standing in the living room.
Yeah, it's strange behavior, pal.
His house, though, his rules.
It is his
house, his rules.
Yeah.
So.
That's exactly what he said.
Like if we were at your house and then you did it, I'd be like, oh, Dan's house, his rules.
Yeah. I mean, I think I identified. There was this one time where Triple H was beating somebody up and he forgot he wasn't already wearing a shirt and he pantomimed taking off his shirt. So it's probably something similar.
So I guess you guys, I'm the only one. I thought my childhood was the normal one with an abuelo in the tighty whities. I guess not.
So they were Mets fans and Yankees fans?
No, so this is what happened because kids rebelled. They're Mets fans and then they became Marlins fans because the Marlins came to town and their son was writing about the Marlins players and grandma liked Chuck Carr and all of a sudden the allegiances.
R.I.P.
Wait a minute. Yeah?
Yeah. Rest in power.
I did not know that.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, yeah.
Yeah, it was sad. We talked about it, I think.
I did not know that.
Send flowers to the late Carr family. It'd be ill-timed. Like, oh, we just heard about Chuck 6 years later. Sorry about
Let's
this.
send that car to Nick Wright instead.
Ooh, what if we send the Carr family a 1993 Corvette with no transmission? So Chuck would have liked this.
Chuck would have liked that. Yeah.
Chuck maybe had a Corvette.
Birthday to him. I don't care. Good luck.
Mike Ryan's birthday today.
I thought that was for Chuck Carr for a second. Like, what?
I was like, wow, what an honor to share a birthday with the great Chucky Carr.
The late Chuck Carr. Congratulations on your birthday. Is this a big one? How old are you?
I'm 40 today.
Oh, it is a big one. Did we decide then which are the big ones? Because Michelle Beadle was on with us on Friday, and I thought 50. So you got 16, you got 18, you got 21, you got 50, you got 100. 40's not as big as 50, is it?
I don't know. 40 seems pretty big.
40's the new 30, though, so how do you do that math?
Well, then 30's big.
What are you doing? Are you doing anything special for your birthday?
I'm going to dinner tonight, and this weekend I'll be at Las Rosas. I have a DJ set late night. Great punk band from Portland coming over.
Portland? Warzone.
Yeah.
Have you seen that, Dan? I know I've been late, but damn.
Inflatable chickens everywhere.
Are birthdays still happy once you reach a certain age? Because you just said I'm going to dinner. You said it wasn't quite.
Yeah, no, I got a big thing on Saturday at Las Rosas. Going to be celebrating with friends, open to the public. So come watch me spin. Lots of train drops at Jupiter.
Why is everyone just staring at you as if?
Well, because this feels a little awkward.
Speaking a different language.
It's number 250 on that list yesterday.
I bet you that list was reverse order.
That list was awful.
Well, explain to me what you guys did here, because I don't understand what you guys did. This is what happens to me, okay? And I don't, maybe you guys are producing the show differently than you used to. With no context whatsoever, no one informing me of anything, I get handed a list, okay, of many, many different papers that is just, and nobody has said anything to me. I'm walking in to do the show that's in my head, and someone hands me several pieces of paper that are 250 songs listed in order, ranked in order, 250 of them. And Ethan, who's got an opinion about everything, tells me that Runaway is very low on the list here, that Runaway deserves to be very high on the list. But no one's discussed anything with me about why I'm being handed this, why we're doing this, and why Ethan's giving me an opinion. Now, before we get here, hold on a second, because I know you guys are desperate to talk, as if I don't know that sometimes you guys just trick me. You're usually more subtle than this, to talk about the things that you want to talk about by not just merely handing me something that I don't necessarily want to talk about. But Ethan's opinions right before this was yelling at everybody why it is that Gainesville is not as terrible as Oxford.
Yeah. I mean, we can agree. No one here has been to Oxford, right?
No.
Safe to assume. Yeah, it even sucks. Bad town.
Yeah.
Ethan sucks? Is that what you said, Billy?
Well, we can agree. I thought that's where Mike was headed.
No, it wasn't where I was headed, but I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. Ethan's, he's
He's
eager.
fine.
Good kid.
Chatty.
Chatty.
Little
definitely.
chatty.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely chatty.
Yeah, but
Hockey
Dan,
shot,
what we did was,
Horny, too.
I'm being told.
That's true.
What?
I'm being told that they get into it quite a bit on Mystery Crate, so that is appointment listening for me. What we did was the same thing that we've done for 20 years. Hand you a paper, here's a list. List Radio is a great fallback. You are lucky to have such a great team around you. And, I mean, there were already 2 Kanye songs on that list. Are we going to put Runaway in there? I don't know. Probably not.
Also, I'll clarify, we don't get into how chatty Ethan is. We get into this list of songs because that's what you want to listen to, not chatty Ethan.
I don't want to do a list of 250 songs that has no context that we were not talking about at all. I do want to talk about Gainesville and Oxford because the conversation that Mike and Ethan were having, I wanted on air, but unfortunately many of our good conversations happen off air. I wanted it on air without Ethan's involvement, which was Mike just telling Ethan again and again, no, you guys really need to keep Billy Napier. He does this thing
he's great.
Where you get stronger during the season, and you should keep him forever.
They fight for that coach. They love that coach.
That they play so hard for Billy Napier. Yes. Billy Napier has to stay in Gainesville, should be given a lifetime contract.
He should. I mean, you don't see teams fight and embattle the coach, and they've shown this year over year. They love their head coach. You see that spread at College Station? Very difficult place. And out of all the college environments that I've been to, traveling to, as a University of Miami fan, that's the nuttiest place. College Station is genuinely intimidating. The Swamp, nothing. Doak, nothing. Honestly, not a big deal. College Station, you feel that place. Only a 7.5-point spread. You know what that tells me? Even the bookkeepers know. They love that coach. He's a good coach. In today's modern age of crazy football, they already have the collective thing nailed down. You got the coach that they fight for. You got to keep Billy Napier. They're going to save his job again. I hope so. God, I hope so.
We were talking yesterday about an assortment of college football things, and what we never got to, I erred in not getting to 2 things yesterday. One is Odell Beckham secretly getting suspended for 6 games based on a Dolphins career. Get me the stats, please, for the Dolphins career, because I remember having the conversation with Mina. I'm like, he seems like he'd be useful in this offense. He seems like someone who would be good for the Dolphins as a third receiver, given just who Odell Beckham is, but his stats were truly dreadful while he was here. And then I learned, while he's out of the league entirely, he's on the Pivot podcast, he's saying, I'm suspended for 6 games as I make my comeback.
9 games, 9 catches, 55 yards.
Ow!
9 catches, 55 yards for a receiver that upon his arrival, we were arguing, did he just make the greatest catch we've ever seen? And is he one of the greatest receivers we've ever seen?
Really strange career for Odell Beckham. Greatest catch ever. I think consensus, right? Greatest catch ever. Yeah. Unbelievable catch. Was a superstar in New York. Goes to Cleveland. Really disappointing tenure there. Everything around that franchise around that time was really, really odd. Then arguably would have been MVP of the Super Bowl had he not torn his ACL in that game. And then a 6-game suspension at the end of his career where he's no longer going to play ever again. It's like finding out who the Zodiac Killer is now. Like, all right, congrats, whoopee.
Give me a second here. Jeremy, can you get me the stats of Odell Beckham in that Super Bowl before he got injured? Because I think in that first quarter, he might have had a better first quarter than he had his entire Dolphin career. I'm not even kidding. It wasn't 9 catches, but I think it might have been more than 50 yards.
Not 9 catches, but certainly over the yardage.
He was gonna have a 15-catch game because their game plan was meant to stop people other than Odell Beckham.
He had 2 catches for 52 yards and a touchdown,
It's a
as
big
opposed to his 9 catches for 55 yards and no touchdowns as a Dolphin.
How many? But so he played a quarter in that Super Bowl, correct? He got hurt in the first quarter, and it basically ended his career. That getting hurt in the Super Bowl, it would have been a great comeback story to go to Super Bowl MVP as soon as you get out of New York.
It kind of was. It was weird, like because everyone recognized what they were watching on that field. That it was the Browns that were the problem at the time. People were saying, it was Baker that was the problem, and I guess the Rams just have a secret sauce.
Another point that I didn't get to make yesterday before we get to these 250 songs and the whatever Ethan thinks about number 233. We were talking about Jonathan Gannon, and everyone here was like $100,000 is a lot of money. That's a good penalty for putting your hands on an employee who already feels bad enough. And I didn't mention at any point, but Jerry Jones got $250,000 for inadvertently using the middle finger. So the fine there is worth 2.5. Like the fine for power there over a middle finger is 2.5 times as much as Jonathan Gannon putting his hands on an employee. Now we're not penalizing the crime. We're penalizing the position, correct? We're not even penalizing the act. We're just penalizing how much money do you have, and by percentage, how much of it can we take? It's not about how bad the act is.
I'll look it up, but I'm assuming that there are certain rules, certain fines that they can't go beyond. It's like in hockey, there's like strange $50,000 fines where it's like that's the maximum allowed. Owners are subject to a different fine structure, I think.
I would think coaches are too, though. I would think that.
But one involved fans also, and the other was a player. Yeah.
But which do you think is worse? If I just tell you which is the worst act, a coach putting his hands on a player or Jerry Jones saying that inadvertently, because he's 80 years old, he gave a middle finger that he didn't mean to give?
Inadvertent. One of these. Here you go. Whoa, where'd that come from? My bad. I can't control my hands.
Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show, Juju. Have you ever given an inadvertent middle finger to somebody? Because Jerry Jones's explanation really was it was an accident. But when I put those things in front of you guys and I say one $250,000 fine for an accidental middle finger from an owner, and there is precedent here, Bud Adams, we mentioned here, in an old light blue vinyl suit, went middle fingers with kickstands, we said, right? They had kickstands. It wasn't just 2 middle fingers shot up. He was using the index finger and the ring finger. He was using them as wings.
That happened in 2009. He was also fined $250,000 for conduct detrimental to the league.
So that's the standard middle finger fine for a rich guy?
Now, he did 2, I think. So I think Jerry could come out and say, I should have only been fined $125.
I think what Mike is saying about fines being maximums, I thought that stuff had to be collectively bargained. I thought with owners and coaches, because they don't collectively bargain as a union, that you can fine them whatever it is that they should be fined for behavior.
I did find a larger owner fine for David Tepper. He got fined $300,000 for throwing a drink at fans.
Belichick got $500,000 for Spygate. And Bruce Arians, which we talked about yesterday, same sort of thing, physical altercation, he got $50,000. So I guess the difference in the optics.
He got off light.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do with that? Do you care? Does any of it matter? We're really just fining people. How much money do you actually have? I know they'll say it's about the position of power. We're going to hold these people to a higher standard. But it can't be argued that what Jerry Jones did was worse than what Jonathan Gannon did.
No, I don't think. I think it's ownership precedent. I think it's a different thing entirely. Yeah, but the Jonathan Gannon one was like is a rare time where I'm like that fine seems fair. I'm good.
Also, Jonathan Gannon was fined by the Arizona Cardinals, not the NFL. So they decided their own fine for him.
When the Falcons situation happened with Shedeur Sanders, where Jeff Ulbricht's kid called Shedeur Sanders and faked the thing, he got $100K too. So it's like hitting a player or calling somebody on a prank, your kid doing it.
What a wild story. Also, Shedeur telling the Ravens he didn't want to go there. How'd that work out?
I wonder if, the Cardinals tried to do Gannon a solid by pre-fining him like they do in college, where it's like, oh, we already handled this situation in NFL. Like, don't worry about any further punishment. Like, we took care of this. You don't need to come in and give him a bigger fine. You don't need to suspend him. You don't need to do anything. Like, we handled this.
Like self-imposed the way Michigan
Yeah,
did with
yeah.
what was that guy's name? The sign stealer.
Connor Stallions.
Yeah.
Connor Stallions.
That's such a porn star name.
I don't understand how you just, like, you're suspended for 2 games. Pick which 2 you want. That's so crazy.
Give me better porn star names in sports than Connor Stallions. If you have, and no, we got to get rid of Magic Johnson and Randy Johnson and all the overt ones. Give me some names.
Let's go active to make it hard.
Better than Connor Stallions. And I want to spend the entirety of today's show making fun of the New York Yankees because you can't play enough for me the sound of John Sterling.
Ow!
Being hit. Give people the entire context for that in the event they weren't listening to the Shadow Show.
And now the 3-2 swung on, a pop foul back here.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
It really hit me. I didn't know it was coming back that far.
And here is Susie Waldman in the greatest Yankee moment there has been since Lou Gehrig. They haven't
Roger
had any better than
Clemens
this
is in
one.
George's box, and Roger Clemens is coming back. Oh my goodness gracious! Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, Roger Clemens standing right in George Steinbrenner's box, announcing he is back. Roger Clemens is a New York Yankee.
In the last 25 Major League Baseball seasons, the New York Yankees have won the same amount of World Series as the Miami Marlins.
Goodness gracious!
Billy comes in here just slightly more radiant than he usually is, and I can't tell if it was Kershaw. It was hate watching. It was hate watching baseball yesterday.
Can you hate watch something you love?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
You were doing that with Kershaw last night. I was doing it with the Yankees. Again, I don't think baseball made me feel better this entire season than that bottom of the 8th inning where the Yankees loaded the bases and were just begging the season to get back to Aaron Judge. Please, giant man, carry us to the next round because you're hitting 600 and no one else on the team. We don't have a good pitcher. We don't have anyone who can get a base hit for us, but please just get us to one more at bat, and then they all just went home.
Even those random Rays games in late June didn't get you there. Also, Kerry Wood. Not active, but...
Okay, but that's Taylor Swift's lack of subtlety where everyone's turned on her, by the way. Jeremy, you were first to the party, but everyone's turned on her. They're very mad about the lyrics that Travis Kelce, they prefer her heart broken than swelling with joy and wood. They do.
I'm a trendsetter, Dan. What can I say?
Her pain is something that makes better music than her happiness. That seems obvious.
That's always been the case in everybody's music. But again, be happy. Just make interesting sounding music. It's fine. Let your lyrics be, happy-go-lucky, but make it sound good.
Looks like Bad Bunny is taking over the place, like I said a couple of weeks ago, as the biggest artist on the planet, especially after whatever the flop she put out. I mean, I can't tell you, but...
It did break like every streaming record ever, but...
Yeah.
I have a shameful admission, Dan, from last night / this morning. So Kyle Schwarber hit an absolute, bomb.
Which one?
The one that left the stadium. He crushed it. So I saw a graphic this morning that I didn't realize was from ESPN Deportes. And I was groggy when I saw it when I woke up. And it was talking about the distance of the home run. And I read it as Kyle Schwarber had 455 pies. And I was assuming that this was over the span of the season or something. I was like, who's keeping track of that? It seems like he's had less pies than he's had in past seasons.
I read it the same way.
He's looking
I read it the same way.
It was so confusing to me.
Pies is pies in Spanish. Pies is feet.
That explains the weight loss. Less pies this year.
So Mike tunes in last night, and wow, he's like, Clayton Kershaw has been eating an awful lot of pies.
Ow!
Hey, what's up, Le Batard fans? It's your girl, Roz Golden. What I hear for Good Follow Show. And this week we are talking, there is new information around Kathy Engelbert and Afisa Collier, that situation. It's Fee, it's Kathy, it's the CBA. Oh my. And taking center stage, the WNBA Finals. It heads to Phoenix as the Mercury try to bounce back against the Aces here. Plus, we have an exclusive interview with Sid Colson of the Indiana Fever. You can catch new episodes of Good Follow Show wherever it is that you get your podcasts. We drop Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're presented by DraftKings, and we can't wait to see you there.
cute little birds.
Human feces.
Yeah,
That's
that was
terrible.
OLI.
OLI, human feces.
Urine.
Last day at the Clevelander.
Juju Gotti begins his audition for executive producer today.
There's a new sheriff in town.
There is. We will see how that goes. This is our last official day at the Clevelander. We will have an awkward week next week as we transition.
We still have shows tomorrow.
I understand.
That we will be doing
but
live.
this will last. This will be our last official day at the Clevelander. We have show to do tomorrow elsewhere. I don't know why you need to make that clarification on me. Juju, you know what? Go sit outside for 2 minutes. Just go sit outside. Just go sit outside.
Send his ass to hell.
Go to hell. Go to hell.
What?
Send
Go
his
to
ass to
hell.
hell.
Go
What
to
happened
hell.
to the penalty box?
We
God have
will
mercy on you.
celebrate our time at the Clevelander. I don't know if the rest of you are emotional about this or not, but David Sampson is one of the new Meadowlark employees. It has been a polarizing hire, but many people, many people love the content that David Sampson puts out on Nothing Personal, which is now part of the Le Batard and Friends family, and love this hour.
David, today is our last official day at the Clevelander. How many times have you been here, and what is your favorite Clevelander memory?
My favorite Clevelander memory, we used to spend a lot of time at the Clevelander because remember, we had a Clevelander in the ballpark. So I spent a lot of time there negotiating with the people who owned the Clevelander back in the day as we put together a deal to put the Clevelander in Marlins Park. And we would go there for afternoons and we'd do a meeting and we would block off from 2 to 7 and the meeting would be from 2 to 2:30. And then we would just go hang out by the pool from 2:30 till 7 and have a lot of fun. I never felt unsafe. It was always an interesting, fun crowd. There were times when we were playing games or jumping in the pool or all sorts of interesting things, and that was pleasure. My biggest business memory, I believe, is the first time I came into your studio and I pulled my car up right in front because no one had told me where to park, and someone came out, and I expected it to be valet, and it was someone who came out and said, "You can't park there. That's where Dan Le Batard parks." And I said, "Listen, I don't want to take his spot, but I'm leaving my car here. I'll be back in a half hour." And the answer was, "I'll have to ask Mr. Le Batard." And I said, "That won't be necessary." And I just kept moving. I gave him the keys, and I came up to your studio.
Dan, what did you say when they asked you?
They never came. They knew not to ask. That's my spot. They pretended to ask.
Get off my plane. The fourth time that I was there, I dealt, when I was there for a couple days in a row last year, and I had to deal with the garage. I had never been in that garage. And it did not seem like a professional outfit that I was a part of when I had to deal with getting from the garage to your studio through 4 back doors, a kitchen, and then up 2 flights of stairs.
It's like Goodfellas. You got to go through the whole
pretty
thing.
much thought,
They have the
and
mint
it's a
coat.
good thing that I did not come since I lost my smell. And I was thinking to myself that I would have come way more often recently if you had wanted me to.
Hell yeah. Phrasing, brother.
He has lost his scent. He
wish
has
it came a
lost
lot more.
his sense of smell. He does not actually smell, or he smells like nice things when I have smelled him. He
Hasn't come since.
He is a very, we already got that joke. It's been made 4 times already. Let's get to
Someone
the top.
just sent me something, Dan. It's being done in Mexico, and once in the United States that they're giving shots in people's necks in the hospital that gives them their sense of taste and smell back. I've had a bunch of people get to me on Twitter with that, and I've been deciding whether or not to do that, but it's not FDA approved, and so I'm not sure what to do.
The shot in the neck seems aggressive. I have also seen that experimentally they are fixing some of the smell, sense of smell and taste for people, but I don't know how successful that is. And I can't imagine you trusting it.
No, and I'm not going to go to Mexico to do it, right? That doesn't seem, and that's nothing against Mexico. I just feel like I don't want to be.
This episode of the Dan Le Batard Show is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Can you guys get me Nick Turturro or the Kid Mero or somebody from New York over the course of this show so that I could just make fun of the Yankees and celebrate it all day? And speaking of celebrating the failures of others, can you guys please find for me credible reporting on Bill Belichick? Because I keep seeing that he's discussed his buyout with North Carolina and that he has signaled that he might be willing to trigger the $1 million buyout, so the whole experiment won't last very long, would last the equivalent of about a month. But is that real? What's the real reporting on that that's most accurate on is Belichick trying to just get out of there?
Well, let me say that Ollie Conley, despite how certain North Carolina fans may feel about him, is reputable on the Bill Belichick front. His reporting on this at the time of his signing was accurate. Ollie Conley, for those that don't know, once listed the Duke as one of the greatest NFL insiders on the planet.
Not once, twice, as Billy corrected you on. And well, was it just twice? I thought it was 3 times, and each ranking was higher than the previous one. The Duke rose to 4th greatest international football insider. That's as high as it got. And I thought it was going to get to number 1 because that progress was linear. It was straight up. It didn't bounce down.
Well, what ended up happening, to my understanding, is Ali stops covering football, so the list stopped. So I think it's kind of like, former Heisman winner, whatever. Like, you're always a Heisman winner. So, like, I will, because of the fact that there's been no updates to the list, I will always, I think, be the 4th highest, whatever, football something that Ollie did. Now, Ollie was all over this initially, the first time around. And this second time around, I have taken great joy in texting friends from North Carolina saying, like, this Ollie, he's telling us what's going on here. And he's saying Bill's gone. And they hate Ollie in North Carolina. They're like, he's so full of shit. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And I was like, well, he was right. He was right there the first time around. I believe Ollie, which is weird because he's, to my understanding, British. And I don't know how it is that he has contacts and knows exactly what's going on in Chapel Hill.
He has tweeted, and it's credible enough that it has more than 10 million views because whether you think he's a credible insider or not, he's reporting per sources that Bill Belichick has discussed buyout options with North Carolina's hierarchy, and he has signaled a willingness to trigger his own $1 million buyout if he can find a soft landing with another team or in the media. Please put it on the poll, Juju, at Le Batard Show. Is Billy indeed the 4th highest whatever football whatever insider whatever?
I had one of my most awkward public moments with Ollie Connolly at the Super Bowl, I think like 2 years ago, because he came up to me. It was the last day of Super Bowl. You're always like, just trying to get to the flight, basically pick up everything. It was like late in the day. And he kind of like appeared. He's like, hey, what's up, Billy? How's it going? I was like, oh, hey, how's it going? And I was like half paying attention, whatever. He's like, I'm Ollie. I was like, Ollie? And then I was like, can I give you a hug? And I gave him like this big hug. And I could tell he very much did not want a hug from me. He's like, oh, sure. Like, I guess, like, whatever. And I gave him a hug. I'm like, man, like, it's so great to meet you. I'm so excited and blah, blah. And he's like, all right. Okay, I got to go now. And he like left me because of how awkward I made things.
Well, it's funny that you should mention that on a couple of fronts. One, Ollie Connolly is Mina Kimes' guest on her podcast, the Mina Kimes Show featuring Lenny. And so if she respects him, you should as well. But when you bring up that story...
We respect Ollie Conley.
Yeah, what is
I meant
this?
the audience.
Yeah, but he's credible. He's from The Guardian.
I
he
hugged
knows
the man.
ball.
I hugged him, okay?
Yeah.
I don't just hug anyone.
Mike has additional reporting on this. But to that point, and perhaps you guys will be surprised at this as well, you don't just hug anyone. And this week, you and I hugged at my instigation. And I felt the way that you felt around and with Ollie. I felt like you didn't want that hug from me.
I'm a good hugger. I give a good hug. I just don't know when it's appropriate to hug and when it's not. I used to be a hugger. Like I do like the hello hug that, Hispanic culture is very tricky with the hello kiss. Like we're not going to beat around the bush on that one because you don't know, is it presumptuous to give a hello kiss? When you grow up, you're in high school, whatever, hello kiss. But then you like leave your bubble and you're no longer dealing with only Hispanic people and you don't want to give hello kisses to people who don't understand
and
that this
COVID.
is just part of the
COVID hurt the hello kiss.
Yeah. He's so right about this, though.
I don't know who, like, what is our, like, I try to meet a person's greeting with what they are comfortable with, and that I often miss the mark. And it's not like I miss the mark where I've gone too far. It's I miss the mark where I make things uncomfortable because it's like, oh, or like this is a hug thing. Is this like a hello kiss thing where like you like make a kiss sound and you touch cheek to cheek, but you don't actually kiss the person's cheek.
Thank you,
that's
Billy.
Like weird.
Thank you for bringing all of this up. We will get to Mike Ryan's new information on Bill Belichick. He has additional reporting on this, but I do want to tackle both of these things. You're saying falsehoods. You're saying you received and wanted that hug from me because I felt like while you may have one day been a hugger, you are no longer a hugger because you've been scarred by niceties in society that have knocked both the kiss and the hug out of the Latin man.
No, I mean, really, if we're going to be honest, what's ruined the kiss and the hug is sexual predators. Like, let's be fair there. It's not niceties. It's not that the world's become, more rude. It's like, the predators out there that make people uncomfortable where it's like, this is just a greeting. There's no further requests on my end for where this shall go. I'm just saying hello because this is how I was raised. This is part of my culture. Yeah. The hug also, I will say, I have a sty at the moment, so I'm trying not to get my face too close to people. Yeah, the good thing about glass is the glasses hide the sty a bit. Yeah. Anyway.
The hug I gave you, was it wanted or was it not wanted?
Yeah, it was well received. It was fine. I mean, I don't walk around wanting hugs. I accept hugs should they come my way.
Tony, do you have this problem in either feet or pies? Do you have the problem of coming up to somebody, greeting them with a kiss the way Latin men do? Because I've had this knocked out of me. I've had it knocked out of me on a couple of fronts. One, by people expecting the second kiss on the second cheek.
That's European.
Yeah, where were you? That's not.
That's European.
No, I'm saying that what ends up happening is once I go in for the first kiss, there are certain members of society that then expect the second kiss that I'm not coming in to give the second kiss. The first kiss is all you're getting Latin style, but many people don't want that either, and now I'm gun shy.
Yeah. Well, again, we run in different circles, Dan.
The two kisses at tapa boca. If you go and you give someone, it's like then you're being a frick when you're really trying to see how much you can get away with.
Exactly right. You're trying to get an extra little kiss in there. If you're over in Europe, 2 kisses okay. You go 2 kisses, right? If you're in Miami, 1 kiss, right? I don't have an issue with, I'll go up. I gave Mike a hug today for his birthday, so I have no issues with intimate touch when it comes to greetings.
Kiss Mike.
What if is this a generational thing or something? Maybe it's because you're older and that this new generation is like, no, we're not accepting that anymore.
No,
we accept it. We still do it.
I think in Latin culture, the reason I was asking Tony is because I'm assuming he's almost only exclusively running in Latin circles.
I don't shake hands. Like, I only shake hands with people I don't know. Like, hey, how you doing? Okay, great. I'm going to shake your hand. But like, if it's somebody that I know, if it's an extended family member, even if it's somebody that I haven't seen in a long time, like I'll go in.
No,
hey,
but this is where I make the mistake, though. I will, by way of greeting, simply because I'm Latin and got grandfathered in. People I'm meeting for the first time, I will go in for a kiss, and I don't think that's acceptable anymore.
That's still acceptable. I did the same thing.
I'm with Billy on this. What's the new reporting that you have for us, Mike?
I want to add to Ali Conley's reports because most people just read that first tweet of his, but there's a lot of detail here, and it tracks with how these things go, folks. So he goes on to add, members of Belichick's coaching staff have already spoken to other schools. That's a pretty big one, and I'll explain why later and add that to another tweet that he has. The Rats are, quote, leaving the ship. Some staffers believe a change will come within 2 weeks. Reports of serious recruiting violations remain under investigation at UNC. Recruiting and practice violations have already been proven by the school, according to multiple sources. Using recruiting violations to knock down a coach's buyout has become standard practice. Once again, totally accurate, just learning from history from Ali. Belichick's communication with his staff over the past 2 weeks has been described as weird and distant by multiple members of UNC's coaching staff. Multiple coaches were unable to get a hold of him during UNC's bye week. This is where I have something to add because I have spoken directly to people that were
Happen to know?
Yes, I happen to know that. I've spoken to people that were around that program when Bill Belichick was both flirting with UNC and then assembling his staff over there. There was a moment in time when Bill Belichick was already on UNC with the Dallas Cowboys job when open, and Bill Belichick wanted that job, and this echoes exactly how he treated the rest of his staff at that time. He was weird. He was distant because he was actively going for that job. This has happened a couple of times where everyone knows he wants to get back to the NFL. I hear that, and it tracks with what I heard from before. And the coach himself, who has been photographed in Nantucket with Jordan on a bye week, strange time to take a vacation when you're underwater with your program. He came out with a statement saying he was fully committed to the program. The program backed him up there. You see something like that, and you know there's something to the rumors right now. This is not going well for Bill Belichick. And yesterday, I turned to my left and I said, what would we handicap Bill Belichick actually returning next season to North Carolina? This is starting to get messy, folks. Ollie's a good reporter on this beat. Like, if Bill Belichick does come back to North Carolina, I expect him to tread water over there for a couple of months and then deuce out. Like, that's always kind of been the plan. He was hoping to rebuild his coaching credibility and get back to the NFL. Unfortunately for him, his ego, and those around him, it is not going the way he thought this would go, and it's hurting his chances. He's probably better quitting now than further cementing his name as a failure.
Oh my God, he knows. He happens to know. Come, everyone. Come and listen. Happens to know. He happens to know. Well informed.
You said cryptically that you turned to your left and had a conversation about next year. I would think at this point the Flames have gotten high enough in terms of legacy destruction that most people listening to this do not expect him to last the year.
It's a capitulation, Dan. Sometimes you're on a stock that's tanking and you decide, I don't want to lose it all. I'll just save like 20%, and over time that'll be fine. And I think he's giving serious consideration to saving face and getting out while he still can, even though I think it's pretty tarnished.
I mean, does he look better by quitting in the middle of the season? I don't know that makes him look any better than just finishing out the year and saying, you know what, I retire, this isn't for me, or whatever.
I think adding more L's doesn't help his cause of ultimately trying to get back.
I need to stop Mike, though, when he uses the language of kind of tarnished or, I mean, you said it's not good. It's a good deal worse than that. I do not have anything close to precedent on what I've witnessed happen to Bill Belichick in all of 5 games. Like, we could sit here and I can do these stats as an example. Andy Reid without Mahomes is 60 games over 500. He's got 13 this is without Mahomes. This is Andy Reid without Mahomes. Better to do it in this order than the order that Belichick did it in. Without Mahomes, Andy Reid, 60 games over 500, 13 playoff berths, 8 division titles, 1 Super Bowl, 11 playoff wins, 8 top 10 offenses.
1 Super Bowl appearance.
Yes, thank you. Belichick, without Brady, 20 games under 500, 2 playoff berths, 0 division titles, 0 Super Bowls, 1 playoff win, 0 top 10 offenses. So I can give you those numbers, but none of those numbers stick to Belichick the way these 5 games stick to Belichick. You guys are doing legacy, and I don't know it hurts him that much. I can't believe how much it hurts him because I say these 5 games make it hard for him to get a pro job that he wants, one with power, because he had to interview twice in Atlanta and didn't get that job. I think these 5 games unmask him. Like, it's not just that you don't want Belichick. You don't want the fool who's got the 20-year-old girlfriend wandering around your program. You can't give this power anymore. The only thing he gets is a media job or a coordinator job. I don't believe he's allowed to run a program anymore.
Yeah, but in the grand scheme of things, he's still one of the greatest coaches of all time. Like, this is just kind of be a footnote. Like, we never talk about how much of a failure Nick Saban was in Miami between stops at college.
Not that's true.
Like, he's still going to be remembered as one of the greatest coaches ever.
But that's because he had massive success at Alabama after failing.
That's
right? Like, there's no success for Bill Belichick after this.
Here's why I do think Bill Belichick should get out now, because Bill Belichick, outside of the success, is also known for a certain mentality and the Patriot way and 0 distractions. This has been a total circus. This right now just adds to the circus. We wonder, how could it feel more like a circus at North Carolina? In the middle of the week, you have reputable reporters saying you're trying to find your way out and you're going on vacation with your girlfriend, and your school has to put out a statement saying the dreaded vote of confidence. Like, this is bad. Get out while you still can.
I'm not actually doing what Billy's doing. I think Billy is correct when he says once we step back from the flavor or the scandal of the moment, the way history will remember Bill Belichick is as one of the greatest coaches ever.
It's like Pete Carroll, too.
I'm not disagreeing with that part. It's also the part that I find less interesting because we can argue all we want about people's legacies, and Conan O'Brien will stand over the grave of Calvin Coolidge and be like, when's the last time anyone talked about Calvin Coolidge? Yeah, Belichick will be one of the greatest coaches ever. I'm talking about the right now for Belichick and how it must be for one of the people who truly believes himself to be one of the great coaches of all time to embarrass himself so much that even before this, Atlanta was saying, we'll go Raheem Morris. You'll need to interview 2 times.
I have to stop you there because I also happen to know what happened with Atlanta a little bit. You're putting it too much on Atlanta. While they may have deduced that after the whole pursuit, a lot of what happened with Atlanta was Bill Belichick not wanting to follow through with it, thinking he could get a better situation because he didn't want to have to do the things necessary to become the Atlanta Falcons head coach.
Mike, my larger point is one of the greatest football coaches ever is not welcome back in this world because he's made a fool of himself on and off the field for 5 games. It took 5 games. Whatever the details around Belichick in Atlanta, Belichick couldn't get any job that he wanted this offseason, so he settled for one in the minor leagues. And 5 games later, he's in a worse position than he was 5 games ago because now who wants to bring any of that in? You tell me. Jerry Jones is willing to be so small and petty that he's actually appealing that $250,000 fine. If Jerry Jones wanted Bill Belichick 5 games ago, you think he still wants him?
Stephen Ross.
I'd take him, honestly.
There's so
That'd be
many.
fun.
There's so many Dolphin fans.
Him or
everywhere.
Rex Ryan? I mean,
There's
so many dice with Belichick.
there's-
It can't get
maybe
much
not.
worse. I mean, Tua's out here saying, I don't care if I throw touchdowns or interceptions because I just have a happy family. Like, buddy, care. Lie serum. I keep telling you guys, inject Tua with lie serum because he keeps saying all of the wrong things. I'm so happy that he has found happiness and he's centered and he has a stable life. Don't tell me about it, okay? Don't tell me about how happy you are because I'm not happy. I mean, I am happy. My family's great and all that stuff, but I'm not happy with this Dolphins team.
Do we have the sound of Tua having life perspective on? He's on IR with a hip injury and something on his throwing hand. There's something wrong with his throwing hand. I don't know what the injury is.
There are so many people, though, as we put a ribbon around this, that are around college football, that are college football lifers, because you have to be built a certain way right now to be about this college football life. I'd handicap it at like 80% of the coaches and the people around college football desperately want to get to the pros because this shit is crazy, right? So Bill Belichick and his buddy Mike Lombardi think that they could. It is so hilarious. People are loving this. They thought that they could just stroll into the wild world of college football and dominate, and people kept receipts. That's right, Mike Lombardi. We all remember when you tweeted, not sure how Mario Cristobal faces his team today. There is coaching malpractice, and then there is coaching malpractice squared. This one will go down as an all-timer. You cannot cure this. I feel pretty cured down here in Coral Gables. Mike, where's your cure?
Okay, 2 things.
Is Tua on IR?
Yeah, did you just break news that Tua's on
I'm sorry,
IR?
I meant on the injured list. Not the official, on the injury list. Yes.
Probable.
My fault. If I said injured reserved, I did not mean to say injured reserved.
Now, if that comes out in a couple of days, we know Dan was in the know and he wasn't supposed to say something.
Or not.
Also,
Happen to know. Lord's time zone.
Also, Bill Belichick is embarrassing him. Like, he's not going to get a chance because of what's happening on the field, not off the field, if we're going to be honest. Like, Bobby Petrino still got another chance after horrible off-the-field stuff.
Yeah,
like,
but
they'll abide by embarrassing off-the-field behavior if you keep winning.
You know
it's when
what?
you get destroyed on the field, they're like, you know what? Maybe too
It's
far.
still going on, though. It's still, that's a difference. Bobby Petrino had to like get some separation from that, and had to like clean up his image somewhat, and had to have success. Like, this stuff is still like he's in Nantucket right now.
If we're
with
being,
Jordan.
Okay, but if we're being honest, his embarrassing off the field behavior is just he's dating someone substantially younger than him, but it's not like he's not committing crimes. It's not like adultery. It's just people are uncomfortable with the age difference.
It's not that. It's not that. It's that she is totally taking over like the public relations. She is fully embedded within that program.
She's on the field.
There were 52.
You think Jerry Jones going to be like, yeah, come on over. Like, let's hang out.
There were
like, just be in my
52
box.
Getty images from that game. 27 of them were all of Jordan.
That says more about the photographers than it does about her.
No, it says how he could date who he wants to date and have them in the background. He's dated plenty in his life. We haven't really known about it outside of a weird costume that gets aggregated occasionally. This is different. It's strange. Things go through Bill Belichick's girlfriend. It's weird.
Maybe she knows ball. I mean, who are we to say that a woman can't know football? Honestly, like, this is us showing our asses, I think.
All right, stop with the asses and the ball. Let's just identify one thing that you're saying here and attack that. You mentioned Bobby Petrino. You're right that Bobby Petrino has been allowed to return to Arkansas as a coordinator, but he has not been allowed to do that while in a neck brace on a motorcycle with his affair on the back of the motorcycle while he's patrolling the sidelines or the skybox. Like, it does matter that this whole thing now follows Belichick in a way that makes it awfully noisy around Belichick, what you're inviting beyond the football. Like, you have to be willing, in order to make a choice like Bill Belichick, to be so desperate that you think Bill Belichick can actually fix you in a couple of days or weeks. And maybe that's a desperation that's possible. Joe Flacco is starting for the Bengals this weekend. So that kind of desperation can exist. But when you refer to these two people, Belichick and Lombardi in their 70s, trying to be ahead of everyone else, I heard Katie Nolan yesterday on her Sirius radio show screaming. She was screaming at Mike Lombardi, who apparently, according to Katie Nolan, still uses a typewriter and is proud of still using a typewriter. Katie Nolan was screaming the phrase, "Bring it into the modern age." I've never heard Katie Nolan this angry at Mike Lombardi for embarrassing what Belichick used to be. Do you guys realize that in the history of sports royalty, you will have a hard time finding for me anyone who's been unmasked like this quickly? You're not going to find anyone who's been unmasked like this. But this quickly, that precipitous fall, okay, there are more details on the Falcons' job.
It's been pretty bad.
I mean, he's coaching at LSU, though. He's
Yeah,
still
but for
active.
now,
Like, this guy's
Ryan Kelly.
the Bill Belichick situation, all the cronies around him are perceived as jokes right now. But the pro game is different. That's why I think he should get out right now and just say, look, I found out that college football is just not for me. My skill set works for the pro game. And he works over the next few months when the hiring cycle begins to try to clean that up, the perception around his relationship, understanding that Jordan's not going to be handling public relations when we get to the NFL. He can work on that. He needs to get out now because only more stories are going to come out. It's only going to seem more like a circus, and it's not like he's going to add success to his name. It's not like he's going to show proof of concept.
The numbers that we're looking at so far, you realize that part of the problem here is in being embedded in that program in the huddle. There's no way that he is blind to. We've lost by a combined score of 120 to 33. Like, that's not going to get fixed in the next year. That's not going to get fixed in the next couple of months. There's no amount of scheming that he can do when he gets into the tough part of his schedule that's going to undo with these players the fact that he's going to get his ass kicked that way the rest of the season. And given what he comes from, given the amount of success he's had over the 20 years, it's going to be really great to see one of the great people in sports who demanded accountability of others quit because he has to. Like, just be like, and it's not even his physical body. He demanded that out of the Vrabels of the world. Their physical bodies, give it over to what it is that we're doing. 5 games and he's already looking for an exit ramp is the most human thing in the world, but it's not the most football coach warrior thing in the world.
And he was looking for an exit ramp before there was a game played. In July. He was looking for ways out after he signed. I promise you this, I happen to know.
Yeah, but the media game that he was playing 5 games ago is he would have gotten a very good job as soon as Jerry Jones got tired of Schottenheimer if he just spent the entire time talking about the sport instead of letting us watch. Oh, wait, it's not that you've got some sort of advantage over these people. You've been left behind.
Name a funnier person for this to happen to.
It's
for an
unbelievable.
off-field circus to derail a sterling career.
He seems happy to me. I got to be honest with you. Like, it seems like the happiest he's been in a long time. He looked like a grump when he was there in New England, and now here, like pictures we see of him, it's like these are massive distractions. But he seems like a happy guy.
Because he doesn't care about coaching at North Carolina. That's why.
What happened to honoring his father? By the way, like, do you guys remember that? It was like, I'm coming here because my dad used to coach here. I'm wearing my dad's sweater, and it was like a whole thing. And I was like, I don't know, Dad, to be so proud of this, buddy.
You can't go off of IG. We've seen plenty of couples that look happy on the IG and that aren't happy in real life.
Bill Belichick, I think, likes costumes as much as you, Dan. Like, we would hear about how much he loved, like, the Halloween parties, and Randy Moss would tell us, and then he'd show up dressed like a full pirate, and now we see him, like, Gorman the fisherman or whatever, like, on the side catching his mermaid girlfriend. Like, this guy likes to party.
I, again, do not like costumes.
Come on.
My wife my young bride likes costumes.
It's the same situation over in Belichick's house.
Dan, great job distancing yourself from what's going on with Belichick.
So let me see if I can find this here. I haven't played it in a while. Let's see here. I'm going to look for it. My eyesight is bad because the old dog is getting old. Did you guys remove my? Oh, here it is.
You don't get the show. You have glasses, you know.
Yeah, but they're over here. And
okay, they're over there.
Thank you.
You
Ron.
call your glasses cheaters yet?
That's starting to happen to me, by the way. I looked at the phone a little bit too much. What's the score of that baseball game? And also, my back started hurting for zero reason.
You're 40. It's not zero reason. It's because happy birthday to you. These are the kinds of things that happen once you start entering this particular decade.
It happened to me, man. It's bad.
Katie Nolan screaming on the radio, because she was screaming, get into the modern age. Can you please explain to me why Mike Lombardi is still using a typewriter, the benefits of that? Why is he pridefully telling people that he's still using a typewriter? Could any of you put this on the poll as well, Juju, at Le Batard Show? Right now, if I gave you 2 hours, could you go get a typewriter? Yes or no? Could you go physically get a typewriter and find one in the next 2 hours?
I believe his explanation was, and I'll look it up just to confirm, was something along the lines of, if he uses a computer, he can very easily just erase and start over and he can make mistakes and it doesn't make a difference because it can autocorrect. Where a typewriter, he has to be more honed in to what he's doing so he makes fewer mistakes.
It's a dork is what it is, Dan.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys go with dork. I'm just really looking.
It's the same guy that's like, I like records because they sound better. And it's like, okay, buddy, I've got 9,000 songs.
All right, you're picking a bad fight here. You're going to lose this
I've
one,
got
just so
records.
you know.
Yeah, no, they sound great on my thing from 1967. Like, okay.
It doesn't sound better. The vinyl doesn't sound
It
better.
doesn't. It sounds scratchy. That's the whole point.
It
It
doesn't
sounds
sound
scratchy.
better.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
needle
scratchy.
hitting
But-
a cylinder.
but it's the experience. It's the connection. As we get more and more digital, you have something physical. You have something tangible. It smells a certain way. That's what people like about vinyl. The scratchiness of the vinyl, that's part of the sonic experience there, but it doesn't sound better. Anybody who says that is full of shit.
Put it on the poll, please, at Le Batard Show. Does the record player make the music sound better? You're going to lose on public opinion. You guys may actually be right
I have
factually.
records, Dan. I have records. I got a bunch of records.
You may be right factually, but you don't think that poll's going to come back agreeing with you and Mike, do you? That poll for sure is going to come back with everyone saying that music does indeed sound better on a record
It's
player.
impossible.
I'm the biggest Jack White fan there is. He is largely responsible for the resurgence in vinyl, and Taylor Swift is too. But he's so full of shit when it comes to that stuff. He also tried to lie and tell us that he didn't have a cell phone until last year. Like, come on. Yeah,
It is a weird thing where, like, people try to say, like, it sounds crisper on vinyl than
No, it
It's
doesn't.
like, it might be the only technology in the history of mankind that peaked, 50 years ago, and we've gone downhill with more technology somehow.
You ever listen to a song that you loved on headphones and you're like, wow, I didn't catch that part. Radiohead. What a wonder.
Put it on the poll, please, at Le Batard Show as well, because I've got a handful of questions here. Getty took 57 photos of the Clemson-UNC game, and 23 of them were of Jordan Hudson.
How many
during
of
that
were
game.
Steve Martin?
You gave those numbers? Did
Yes,
you give you
that
gave the
exact-
actual
yeah, you were
numbers?
listening,
I did,
Dan,
yeah.
yeah.
I wasn't
I guess the
listening.
remaining
My
a couple
bad.
of Steve Martin pictures.
He didn't have his
Okay.
cheaters on.
All right, hold on a second. Let me do this here. Let me see. This is all.
Got the glasses on.
Minor penalty, 2 minutes for a shit contribution.
I mean, he's right. It wasn't shit.
Well, this will allow us to talk about Bad Bunny in the Super Bowl.
Finally.
So this is not going to go
Waiting
the way
for 2
that,
weeks, Mike.
Dan was. So, there was a take that was talked about back here in the back row when it came to the Super Bowl that I think is not yet it hasn't yet been explored by the mainstream media as it's become a culture war, unfairly so. And Bad Bunny in his SNL monologue said, you've got 4 months to learn Spanish. And Billy mentioned something to me off air that I don't think people are really considering about this.
I saw a tweet that was very one-sided, and you could guess which side of the aisle it was on, where it was saying, I speak Spanish. I still don't know what the hell Bad Bunny's saying.
I don't know what he's saying at all.
And look, they also said Bad Bunny's music is bad, which I don't agree with.
Categorically false.
I like Bad Bunny's music. However, a little bit of a mumbler, if we're going to be honest, sometimes, which is like, that's a style that's fine. It's still good music, but there are some times it's a little confusing as to what.
I've seen people on TikTok who are like, I'm Puerto Rican and I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's like Bjork. It's like Sigaro.
You
Like
just
it's
know
just an invented language.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
It's the vibes.
I don't know what you're saying.
It's the vibes. You don't have to worry about what he's saying.
Yeah.
Just pick up the vibes. It's a beachy vibe. It's this vibe. It's that vibe. Let's hang out. Let's listen to Bad Bunny.
It's just a good beat. We'll shake our hips.
We're vibing.
Remember Gangnam Style? I didn't know what the hell Psy was saying.
No one did.
Yeah, people were singing it.
What does Gangnam Style even mean?
I don't know.
But
people liked it.
It was fun.
The style of Gangnam.
Have you seen him get shot out of that like tube thing?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I love that video.
What if he moves slightly to one side and he like
gets
hits his
hit, right?
shoulder
Yeah.
like on the
Gets
bottom of the
clipped.
stage? Yeah, that'd be
He
bad.
gets shot up like 20 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Like he flew.
Yeah.
Just look at the recent people that have performed at halftime. I don't know what Rihanna's saying either. I don't like the large complaint from the last halftime show was I don't know what he's saying. I can't understand it. That's every Super Bowl halftime.
Yeah.
Like I was singing the wrong lyrics to Phil Collins songs for 40 friggin' years.
Also-
It's part of our relationship with music.
If they would have brought Metallica or some other band that other people like, I don't know what the hell they're saying anyway.
You think you can understand half of what James Hetfield is saying? You need to understand what the lyrics are.
I
you
need closed captioning to see what he's saying.
Most of the songs are about shaking ass.
Thank you. God bless.
An international language, really.
Now you said it.
You're not going to tell me that I'm wrong when I say the music that doesn't have that particular problem, country music. You don't have any confusion about the lyrics in country music.
I don't have any connection points to Red Clay.
Yeah.
I really don't.
You don't
All
have
these
any
songs about Red
confusion.
Clay.
You don't have any confusion about the lyrics in country music. There's no mumble rap, although now those hippity hoppers are trying to get into country music.
They are.
They are. You've seen it.
Should be USA music.
Country music.
Successfully.
Huh. We have the Mike Lombardi video if you want to know why he uses a typewriter. Straight from the horse's mouth.
I do very.
Use this for a new resume, pal.
Let's see it.
Writer, because it forces me to slow down. I have to think about what I want to write about, and the typewriter gives you that rhythm that you need to be able to slow your mind down and think. Yeah, you're going to make mistakes, right? And on a computer, you can delete the mistake. But sometimes the mistakes that you deleted have really powerful messages in them. And so when I first started to write my first book, I studied a lot of writers, and a lot of them were using typewriters. And I worked for a guy named Ernie Accorsi in Cleveland, who was a former newspaper man, and he had a typewriter in his office. So I kind of got used to using it, and it helps me slow down and think, which ultimately is what this job is all about, thinking.
There's a lot in this video I'd like to dissect.
I have only one observation, because when you guys told me you had the video of him at the typewriter, I did not have him typing just with 2 fingers. I didn't.
Oh, now you see.
Peter Jennings
You got to be precise, Dan. You can't be typing all over the place.
That's one of the observations. Video team, the second observation that I have from this, look at those beads on that wrist, Mike Lombardi. You're in it deep, pal. That midlife crisis is a crisis-in. Wow.
At 70? How old is he?
66.
Ooh, well, I mean, grading on the curve of understanding what's happening at North Carolina, that's good enough to get you someone in their mid-20s. Yeah.
That letterhead that he's using, the North Carolina letterhead, this is to type tiny notes, because that
looks
is
like a receipt.
That say "keep swimming" on it.
He's a big Dory fan.
Good.
Yeah.
Keep swimming, pal, because you and Bill are a drowning. And also, final observation: he named his own book "Gridiron Genius." Yeah. What a dork.
I think that the wristband says keep swinging, not swimming.
Okay.
I think it's.
I liked it better my way.
Okay.
Oh, keep swinging. Okay.
I think. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
That is the wrist gear of somebody who swings. Takes
Yeah.
big swings.
Yeah, that is also the risk year of my dad, who is a career bachelor.
Your dad is also 70, right?
And he's taken plenty of hacks over his life.
Your dad's a Lothario, I would say. Your dad is somebody who walks into a room and knows that ladies of all ages are interested in his hair and his scent, his cologne.
He's a side kisser too. Yeah, I got a beautiful FaceTime from my dad today. I'm like, Dad, your face is so smooth. What's going on there? And I'm like, well, you're gonna have to start lying about my age now.
The typewriter, man. The bragging about a typewriter is an interesting choice. The amount of arrogance. This is what we enjoy more than just about anything in public shaming, right?
Oh, I love this guy in particular being humbled, because I have heard stories about this guy, and it's not like his public front-facing persona is all that great either. This guy thinks he's smarter than everybody, when just like everyone else, including the head coach, whose record is worse in the pros without Tom Brady than Dave Wannstedt's, and it's a hell of a lot worse in college. Everyone thinks they're so smart when they got the GOAT under center.
It's not just that, though, because when Mike Lombardi says what he says, the number of flatulent, arrogant football people that I have heard summon the name of Ernie Accorsi as if it means something. Like the number of, and it does mean something, but using it as a patron saint for, let me sell you my book here. Let me hand you my book with these beads on my wrist, gridiron greats that I wrote on a typewriter because I heard wise words from Ernie Accorsi 40 years ago.
Beads on a man's wrist at a certain age are like rings around a tree stump. Like that's how, but instead of years, it's how deep you are into your midlife crisis.
The thing that people enjoy in sports more than anything, though, it's one thing to be able to laugh at the arrogance of Bill Belichick, because at the very least, you know it's earned arrogance. It's when it's the unearned arrogance of Mike Lombardi and his typewriter. That's the thing we enjoy the most.
Goodness gracious!
The Pitch Clock back here on Thursdays on the Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz. Be sure to go check us out on our YouTube playlist. We've backlogged a whole bunch of the episodes. Play along with our trivia games. Tell us what your results are. It's been really fun having folks tweet at us or DM me on Instagram saying like, hey, here's what I got as we played along. This week, we will have more playoff fun from about 20, 25 years ago between Chris Cody and myself. Ethan Badowski hosting us on that trivia. Adnan Verk joining me to talk about what has been an unbelievable week of Division Series baseball. The playoffs are really, truly incredible. Like, there's no better time in sports than right now when you get to watch playoff baseball and those other sports that don't matter, because this is the Pitch Clock, where you can find all of the baseball you need here on the Dan Le Batard Show. So go check us out on the Le Batard Show YouTube page and listen to this wherever it is within the podcast. Go baseball.
Mid-broadcast with sportscaster Dan Patrick of the Dan Patrick Show.
Let's bring in Dan Le Batard, host of the Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz. And Dan, good to see you.
It's always nice seeing you, Dan. I've got a little bit of chaos around me here. We've got a very electric, sort of vibrating Miami, and we're coming off of a historic United America last night, feeling very good about itself because they would be able to laugh at one city. Last night was a winning night for America. Either today would be about laughing at Boston fans or laughing at Miami fans. And America wins today. And here's the best part about it. America was going to win today no matter what. One hated fan base was going to allow you to laugh like that today. So congratulations to America.
Yeah, but I don't know if America hates the Miami Heat anymore.
No?
No.
We kind of need it. We kind of need it down here.
They hate Miami, Dan.
Oh, but not the Heat.
I believe that all things Miami are something that divide America.
Do you guys hate the Miami Heat? Like Jimmy Butler's a great story, and Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent and Eric Spoelstra.
And we need the hate. We've been starved for the hate since 2010. Why are you not understanding what's happening around here?
Wait, the lights just went out on your show.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Haters.
What happened?
Haters.
Bring back our hate.
Okay. Well,
I'm sorry that the power has gone down here. I can still hear you, though, Dan. I can still hear you.
You never look better. I love it. Yeah.
Anybody got any matches?
Yeah. How about a candle?
Look,
Something.
I'm running a media empire here, Dan Patrick. This is a very exciting time in our history.
Man.
Everything shakes and creaks down here with the enthusiasm. We've lost all power down here, so I'm sorry. We're going to do the bucket here in a little bit, and I'd like to involve the Kid Mero in our bucket of punishments, have him involved in the football picks, and have him have to be punished by costume or something else if he loses when we go to the bucket. At the end of this, we're going to do Refran del Dia with him. I don't know why he's so proudly Yankee today. He's still got Derek.
Yeah.
He's got, don't yeah me. You got Derek Jeter behind you. The captain is ashamed of what happened to the Yankees. Worst postseason ERA ever in the history of baseball, our most historic game, because Vladimir Guerrero clubbed you guys and in a way that's like truly embarrassing. But before we get to that, before we get to Refran del Dia, can you tell me whether or not your kissing greeting has been neutered by the pandemic and the modern age? Can you walk up by way of Hispanic greeting and still just kiss somebody entering, or do you have more trepidation about that than you used to because of where we are today?
No, damn, you just sparked that in my brain. I did not even think about that. Like, I have been operating like a Latino male, you know what I'm saying? Dominicano soy. Ya tuve. I've been operating that since I was exited the womb. So I'm kissing every titi that I come across. Like, it has not changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, my approach is still the same. I still do the dap, come in for the hug. If you resist, you're not a dap hugger, that's cool. We just stop it at the dap. You know what I'm saying? But like titis and tios and tias and like elders, I'm like, mi doña. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, ¿cómo estamos? You know what I'm saying? Like, very, keep the tradition.
Not elders though, Miro. Like I was talking more so before, like I'm Cuban, but I don't know what's appropriate to say hello to someone when it's not, specifically like in professional settings. Like there's a conflict. You grow up in a Cuban community, everyone's Cuban. You're like, okay, you kiss everybody hello, and then you get out of the bubble into the real world. And it's like, oh, you don't just go up and kiss people. Like that is weird.
Yeah, listen. So context matters. Yes, you don't want to be Cuomo. You know what I'm saying? Where you just be like, hey, I'm not a weird guy. I'm just Italian. It's a cultural thing. That's what we do. We just kiss people on the mouth. We touch their cans a little bit. That's what we do. We're just Italian. It's traditional. No, do not do that. Do not do that. So yes,
thank you for the visual aid on the touching of the cans, by the way.
Some people don't know, Dan. Some people don't know.
Kids. Sometimes you gotta test, see what's up with them. It's like Tom Brady with the football. So you gotta check the PSI on the kids. Anyway, having that context, like I said, context is important. In a professional setting, nah, you don't just jump out and kiss somebody. Even though
he's not saying professional, though, he's just saying someone outside of culture by way of greeting. You're meaning someone.
It's like it really is like game time decision. You know what I'm saying? It's like a bang bang play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you feel the energy and they are a kiss receiver and you're a kiss giver, and you just feel it. You can feel it. Like it's the same thing with the dap hug combo. Like what if somebody resists the dap? There's a lot of guys. Listen, I'm in Jersey now, y'all, and like there's a lot of guys that I coach with that do the dap hug combo and they bring it in, and a lot of them are members of law enforcement, and they give me like a firm, like they stop the dap, they interrupt the dap and turn it into like a regular like hey buddy handshake, because they're not even trying to do the dap because they're cops. So there's an energy in greeting somebody that you feel automatically. So if they're a kisser, hugger, dapper, you know what I'm saying? Like the karate, like real quick, like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, or if they're like, hey, how are you, buddy? Firm handshake guy,
But you got to meet their energy is the thing. Like you can't be the one that tries to set the tone, because that's where you end up getting yourself in trouble. Like it's better to kind of do like the Key and Peele where you like insult them, like assuming like this is what it is, and like I'd rather you be insulted than I cross the line.
Exactly. Don't quote on yourself. You know what I mean? Go in there with a hey, buddy, and if it goes beyond that, you know what I'm saying? If the energy is right for a hug or an embrace, a warm embrace, every time I see Dan, I give him a kiss on the cheek, Tío, dímelo, and I give him a warm hug. Mike as well. We do the double kiss, mafioso. I was gonna say Pat Riley. I thought Pat Riley was actually in the studio with you guys. This is just a cutout.
Put it on the poll, please, Juju at Le Batard Show. Do you trust the guy who won't correctly do the dap hug combo with you? We're going to get to Refran Del Dia. We've got to get to Tony's top 25 reggaeton artists.
I want to ask Mero, I want to ask Mero about what's going on in pop culture right now surrounding Bad Bunny. And we just came to the realization that the complaints from certain people saying, I don't understand what he is saying, is valid, because we kind of speak Spanish, understand Spanish, and we don't know what he's saying either.
Listen, all he has to say is, yeah. That's it.
Bad Bunny, baby.
Baby.
Dímelo de lo mío, ¿cómo tú estás? ¿Qué es lo que?
Aquí, tranquilo, frío.
¿Cómo está la cosa?
¿Sabes? Aquí, de luto, pero estamos aquí. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we good.
No, I know. I can tell.
What do you make of the reaction, though? Because he's a very popular pick with people who are monitoring popularity, but there is Fox out there, and a whole lot of people are mad about Bad Bunny being the halftime show.
Like, so two things. First of all, you're an idiot. This is the most popular artist on the planet right now, like, period, end of story. Why not? Like, this is business, guys. This is business. NFL's playing games in Brazil. They're playing games in London. They're trying to globalize American football. And what better way to do it than by being like, hey, guys, look, we're going to have a Puerto Rican guy do the halftime show. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to do all of it in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? And we're expanding. We're opening the doors of the NFL, y'all. Like, welcome. Everybody can be here and like be a part of this. Also, shout out to my guy Eddie Wong. He gave me a crazy take that I think is kind of accurate. What does the NFL need to function? Black and brown bodies. You know what I'm saying? And how do you get black and brown bodies interested in the game of football? Then by putting an artist out there that represents them. You got a lot of Dominican baseball players that came to the major leagues because it was just cheaper. You know what I'm saying? So on a business, this could be a psyop. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be something crazy. But for the guy that's walking out of the Bass Pro Shop complaining, shut the fuck up, bro. This is not about you. This is about the NFL and growing the game. And what better way to grow the game than having the literal most popular international artist?
You keep doing that. You keep doing that. You're biased, okay? Taylor Swift is bigger.
Stop, Dan. Stop that. Come
Taylor
on.
Swift is bigger than Bad Bunny.
Dan,
he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it.
You can't turn up to Taylor Swift. There's not. I've never been at a club, and listen. Maybe I'm at the wrong clubs. I've never been.
No, you're at the right
club.
clubs. You're at the right club.
At a dance. Thank you, Tony. A party, anything where anybody's been like, "Yo, throw on that Taylor Swift." She doesn't have like bangers. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't have a Safaera.
God no. She doesn't have an ale.
You're biased because you and Deezus called Taylor Swift long back on Fallon a while ago. You've been tearing down Taylor Swift for a while. You personally.
No, hey, listen, don't do that because then the feds are gonna call me again. Listen, the thing with Taylor Swift is that it's just not for me. It's not for me. And when I say it's not for me, I mean that it's not for most people like me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Means you're not a 14-year-old white girl.
Yeah.
right. Exactly. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to say that because it could have been isolated and used as a soundbite against me. But that's what it is, bro. This is like teeny bopper. Like, I'm gonna take my daughter to a Taylor Swift show in like 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not for me. Like, it's for them. And like, they are not watching football. Like, otherwise she'd be doing it every year.
What's the cutoff on taking your daughter to a Bad Bunny show?
We could go whenever. Like, there's no age limit for that.
Exactly.
Like, I don't care.
All friends and family, everybody included, all family affair.
It's a family affair, bro. I don't even care. Like, yo, cover your ears when he says, "Si tu novia no te mama el culo," like, just cover your ears.
He opens with that. That's the first line of the song. Are they gonna? Here's Mara. All right, here's a question I've had. So obviously, there's a lot of Hispanic and Spanish curse words that people don't understand. Are they gonna bleep the Hispanic Spanish curse words on the Super Bowl?
Hopefully not. Hopefully, the NFL is so American and so like Anglo that they're like, yeah, whatever. He's just saying, you know how they sometimes did it last time, but it was just like singing in non-English.
Yes.
Like speaking in non-English. Just do that and let him go crazy.
One of my great joys growing up in Miami is that the FCC doesn't listen to Spanish radio because they don't understand the words. So I'm like, how the hell are they getting away with all of this? And it's just because it's a different language.
Cojones somewhere?
No, it's not a stray cojones. No, it's there. No one's governing Spanish language radio. There is no governance of
it's
it.
Awesome.
It is unbelievable.
You can say whatever.
No, it is. There is nobody who understands what's being said on Spanish language radio, governing Spanish language radio.
Spanish curses are different, though, than, like, English curse. I know that that's, like, a ridiculous thing to say, but, like, in Spanish, you don't get as easily offended by, like...
Coñazo.
Yeah,
all
like,
of a sudden,
by
you're like,
profanities. Is like, and also, like, a curse word could also mean something like, this is really endearing, actually. You know what I mean? So, like, it's hard to be offended by something that's also a compliment half the time.
Culito.
That's what I'm saying. Also, the ito. The ito suffix makes everything like less offensive.
Softens it.
Like, yeah, it softens the blow. You know what I'm saying? And like also like Spanish is like a romance language. So you can say something like coño, and it lands different. You know what I'm saying? Then we'd be like, fuck.
Again, it's
You know
just
what I'm
because
saying?
the
It's something more
FCC
jarring.
doesn't have anybody who knows what the words are that are being said. Like,
I mean, what are you doing here? You, like want censorship?
No.
You want them to start
Anarchy?
saying, like, what's going on here?
You
man?
think Mike Lombardi and his typewriter are going to learn Spanish in order to govern me?
Dan. Dan's pro FCC. This is crazy.
Wow.
Yo.
You should listen to the Kid Mero, Victory Light with the Kid Mero. It's iHeartRadio. New episodes twice a week, wherever it is you get your podcast. You should also watch him on his YouTube channel at According to the Kid. We're going to get to Refran del Dia. We're going to get to 25 reggaeton artists, top 25 of all time. But I need to make fun of your Yankees for a second. So let me do this in a number of different ways. First of all, play for him John Sterling being hit by a foul ball.
Now the 3-2 swung on, a pop foul back here.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
It really hit me.
hurt
I
me.
didn't know it was coming back that far.
That hurt. That hurt me. Yo, you hear that? That's an old man. That's an old man.
Dan,
That's an old man. That's like, yo, you take Poppy to a Marlins game and he catches the foul ball to the neck, bro. Like that's old man pain, bro. That's a different type of pain because old men don't feel pain. So when they get hurt, it's like, yo, that shit really hurt. So, and the ow, bro, it wasn't even like it wasn't like a manly like he was like, ow. That means that he got caught off guard and he got really hurt.
Dan,
The voice of the Yankees, John Sterling.
Dan, I have to stop you real quick. It's reggaeton. You're making it a noodle.
Ow!
Can you play Vladimir
I was about
Guerrero?
to say, gonna say, why did he call it rigatoni? Top
We're all
25
fighting our battles here,
rigatonis.
Mero.
Yo, I was like, well, I like a bolognese. I like it with vodka sauce. Yeah, I like a little rigatoni carbonara sometimes. You know, throw the egg in the.
Ow!
We're making fun of him here, not me today. Let's play Vladimir Guerrero enjoying making fun of the Yankees.
Dale. The Yankee lose.
Papi.
That sounds so Dominican.
He's torn right now. He's torn right now to say
Papi.
something. He loves Vladdy, though.
Papi, let me tell you something. David Ortiz, papi, tú eres de lo mío. Tú eres una leyenda. Pero así no se brega. Así no se brega. Also, Vladimir, Vladdy Jr., bájale dos, my bro. Like suave, bro. You play for the Toronto Blue Jays, gang. Remember that. You play for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yankee lose.
That's fine. But we will be right back here next year. You will not. Okay? We had a bad stretch in the summer that would have changed everything. By the way, we demolished the Boston Red Sox, who the Yankees lose.
Yankee lose.
Yeah, okay, that's fine, Poppy. You invented that phrase. You coined that phrase. Your team also got smoked by a kid named Cam Schlittler. Okay?
Yankee lose.
That's fine. The guys are blowing it. The women are doing great. The Gotham FC is doing great. Shout out to Mitch Purse. You know what I'm saying? We're doing good. New York Sports we're up. Okay? Knicks about to kick it off. We're looking phenomenal. 7 p.m. is about to come back out. You know what I'm saying? New York Sports is in a great place. Jackson Dart is our starting quarterback. I'm going there tonight. You listen to me. Who y'all got? DraftKings? Who's your DraftKings?
It's only DraftKings. DraftKings is the only thing that matters.
DraftKings. Everybody that's putting a bet in tonight. 24-21 New York Giants over the Philadelphia Eagles tonight, Thursday night. I'm in the building.
Lose.
He knows so little English.
Yeah.
He knows what he needs to know.
Yankee lose.
That is the perfect accent from someone who basically doesn't know very much English, but knows how to make fun of the Yankees in English.
That's it.
Yankee lose.
You know when people are like, "Yo, do you speak Spanish?" And they're like, "Yeah, I know some bad words." Like that's Poppy with English. Like he's like, "Yo, do you speak English?" He's like, "Yeah, I know how to make slander the Yankees."
Yankee lose.
The great part about that sound is that there's no S's on either Yankee or loses. Yankees lose, there's nothing.
Yankee lose.
No S's.
Yankee lose.
Yankee lose.
The Yankee lose. The Yankee look at me, Louie.
The Yankee lose.
No
That's
S's.
look at me, Louie, right there.
Someone
That's
talking about Lou
look at me,
Gehrig.
Louie.
Someone talking about Lou Gehrig in the 1960s.
The Yankee Lou Gehrig disease. What?
He doesn't know enough English to put the S at the end of Yankees, or everything is a Z in there. He doesn't have the English facility to say this correctly.
Let me tell you something. This is important. This is an important fact to know about Dominicans. Dominicans don't believe in S's. In Spanish or in English, we do not believe in the letter S. The letter S does not exist for us. In Spanish or in English. The Yankee Lou?
The Yankee lose.
Quítame esta vaina de ahí.
Let's play the Toronto manager. Do you know his name, Mero? Do you know John Schneider's name?
Schneider.
Here's Schneider making fun of your Yankee Lou.
Every single one of you in bullpen game, Nathan Lucas, Miles Straw, all you it takes everybody every day. Start spreading the news, bitches. We're going.
The Yankee lose.
You know. Listen, I'm truly unbothered by this. But what bothers me is that every other fan base makes it. This is your championship. I said this about the Pacers, bro. Like, this is your championship, bro. Like, beating New York is your championship for every fan base across America. It's sad. Have pride in your own teams, guys. Have pride in winning and just winning. Like, yo, we're going to the ALCS, something we haven't done in that long because we suck. We're the Toronto Blue Jays. We absolutely suck. Vladimir Guerrero is wasting his career playing here. We're not going to win anything of any. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to win a ring. You're not going to do that. You're not going to win a World Series. Have fun. Enjoy it. Enjoy beating the Yankees. You know what I'm saying? Who brought in Camilo Doval, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, to shore up the bullpen. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, go ahead. Enjoy. Enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? It's never going to happen again. It's never going to happen again.
How does baseball keep getting away with this, where you have a champagne celebration just for we got out of the second round? Like, this is the dumbest thing. Outside of the Minnesota Timberwolves at one time, I don't see any other professional North American sports behave this way for just merely advancing past the first round.
It's because baseball is such a slog. The entire season there's 1,035 games, and you're playing every single day. You're flying to Detroit 20 times a year. So it's just like, you know, like when it's over, you're like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's almost over. I think they're not celebrating the fact that they made it to the next step. They're celebrating the fact that they're closer to the end. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
Mero, Complex came out with the top 25 reggaeton artists of all time. I'm not going to give all 25.
Reggaeton.
There you go. You know. All right, I'm going to give you I think I agree with the top 10. I'll give you the top 10 in a second. But from the notables from the top 25, 23 De La Ghetto.
A little low for me, but that's fine.
A little low, but there's some OGs in this like back half. Ñengo Flow at 22.
Okay.
Nicky Jam at 18, which I thought was a little low as well.
Yeah, he probably should be top 10.
Hector y Tito at 17. Yeah, I know.
That's crazy. That's blasphemous.
I know.
Bro, I'm Dominican.
I know.
And that's blasphemous.
I know. Hector y Tito is 17 is low. Calle 13 at 16. Anuel at 15. And Zion and Lennox at 11.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, Zion and Lennox is top 5. First of all, let me stop. Like, yo, first of all, Nicky Jam, like, musically, should be in the top 10. As a dude, he's a very hot girl. She's very hot. Look at Nicky. So hot. She's so hot.
Nicky Jam.
That's probably what bumped them down. But listen, if you were a reggaeton duo and you had an ampersand in your name, you're in the top 10.
It was hot. Whatever it was hot.
Zion and Lennox, Alexi Fido.
Not even on the list. Not on the list.
All right, well, hold on. Come up with your own top 5 list. He'll give us his top 10 here, or the list's top 10, but let's do yours off the top of your head. You're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's see how close your list is to Tony's list. No LLI, just give us number 5 from you.
Number 5, Joely Randy.
Okay.
Number 4, Arcángel. Number 3, Daddy Yankee. Number 2, Don Omar. And number 1, Tego Calderón.
Wow, a lot of people omitted from that top 5.
Make the list.
Okay, so Joely Randy is at 12 in the complex list. We'll start with 11. So 11 is Zion and Lennox, and then 10 is Karol G.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Karol G.
10 feels high,
She's
especially with all the
headlining
legends.
Coachella right now.
Okay.
If you're going to put, that needs to be Ivy Queen in there.
Okay, hold on. Number 9.
Legend.
Number
The
9 we
Little
have
Kim.
Arcángel. Number 9.
Oh, okay, good.
I like Arcángel. He probably should be a little lower. Number 8, Ivy Queen.
Okay, I'll take it.
Number 7, Ozuna.
Oh,
which I think was a little low, right? It's a little high, but a little low. Whichever way you're looking at it, I think he should be further. I think he should be further back in the list if you're talking to me.
I think it's recency bias with Ozuna.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
Number 6, J Balvin. You didn't like that one?
Recency bias? What's the matter?
Yeah, I think that's like he did a Pokemon reggaeton song, bro. I think that's just like
I don't know, man. Going out through slaps.
And what?
Oasis with him and Bad Bunny was a great album. Fire.
But that's like
Bad Bunny doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Alex, Thank you.
I know ball, buddy. I know ball.
Where's Enfasis?
Benito carried on Oasis.
Where's Enfasis? We need Lento.
Not on the list. All right, starting off at number 5, Tego Calderon. So at least a top 5 for Tego. Legend. Number 4.
The Rock Kim of reggaeton.
Yes. Number 4, Don Omar.
Yeah, good. We're good. We're going good.
You like
Okay.
Don at 4?
Yeah. Somebody on Complex got a Puerto Rican titi.
That's
They got some help here.
Yeah, they got some help. They got a titi that was at Club Exit in 1999.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
The heydays. They would have heard this next duo. Number 3, Wisin y Yandel at number 3. They had a run. They had a crazy run. I was going back into the Wikipedia and look at some of their discography. They had a massive run of banger after banger after banger after banger.
Massive. You hear me? Rakata.
Rakata.
Come on, bro. Oh my God, bro.
Number
Yo,
2.
come on.
Number 2, DY.
Toby Zach. Oh, of course, come on.
You didn't have Daddy. You didn't have Daddy in your top 5.
Yeah, because it's like saying like Jay-Z is in your top 5 rappers.
It's
or like
OG.
Biggie.
It's too OG to even.
It's too OG. It's like, if I was, it's like being like, yo, DJ Playero. Like, bro, he started the whole thing. Like,
Number 1, biggest artist on the planet, Bad Bunny.
You guys are already doing that? You guys are already doing that. You're
100%.
saying he's the best there's ever been.
100%. Dan, there is nobody that has been able to put out 1, 2, 6 albums that every single one of them has been a banger with rarely a skip on it. No artist has been ever able to do something like that. Think of any rap artist, any rock band, any pop artist. Nobody has an album from top to bottom that has 0 skips. Bad Bunny has 6 of them.
You know what I'm saying?
Billy doesn't agree. I heard a stray what there. He's scared.
That's fine. He doesn't have to.
He's
No,
scared.
I
It's okay.
you're gonna get so crushed for that. You're just
How am I
going
gonna
to
get so crushed
in
for
the
that?
history of music
Nobody.
has had more hits than Bad Bunny.
Nobody.
Is a wild.
Nobody.
Take.
Well, Drake
it's
has had more hits than Bad Bunny. That's factually so. Right?
Quantifiable, yes.
So, Billy, what happened?
Michael
Why are
Jackson was pretty big in his time.
Michael Jackson was pretty big.
You don't get it.
You ever hear about this guy named Michael Jackson?
Beatles. Some people like the Beatles. Maybe not for you. But
Not for me. Definitely not for me.
Let's not stray too far from why it is Mero is here, please.
Yankee lose.
We were having fun.
Man. All right. You know what you'll never hear? The Marlins win.
What?
Hey, it's
Yankee
Marlin.
lose.
It's Marlin.
Marlin, no S.
Marlin.
I think the Marlins have won as many championships as the Yankees this century. Like I think I have that right. Pretty close. The last 20 years, last 15,
turn of the century.
last 15 years, maybe. I got to do some creative math to get there.
Let's go last 24 years.
You're doing stat news math, man. Don't be like that. You're doing it within the last 2.5 years and weeks and months.
Well, but
don't do that.
How about this though?
We got one in 2009. 2009 is recent enough.
Okay, there have now been 110 combined consecutive seasons. Rangers, Islanders, Knicks, Nets, Yankees, Mets, Jets, Giants, that New York hasn't won a championship since the Giants won the Super Bowl in 2012.
Well, listen. That's being very misogynistic because we're not talking about the women and the women's games.
The Liberty.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
You know what I mean? We got Gotham
at
at 23, Liberty also, you know what I'm saying, cooking.
Yeah.
You know? So, let's give it let's give it
You really got me there. You did. You cornered me. You made me forget about the Liberty.
That's a bitch.
You did. You really did corner me on that one. I thought I had you, and I did. I got exposed there. I'm embarrassed. Let's do Refrán del Día before we make everybody go to the bucket.
Dímelo, mi gente! Thank you. The return of Refrán del Día. Hit it. Yeah, exactly right. We have the Kid Mero in the building. We've got me. We've got the wheel. Spin it.
What are our choices on the wheel? I don't think Roy was ready
Roy
for
knows the
in any
segment that
way.
has a wheel.
Roy doesn't
Famously
know.
has the wheel
I
and
think
spin
Roy
the
is
wheel and-
unprepared for the wheel, for refrain, and in general. I think Roy has been confused by the last 5 minutes of language. He doesn't understand anything that was said around here.
You're right.
All right, we got our. I found the dia. Roy, can you hit the music for me?
We're already in the music.
A little louder. I want it a little louder, though. I want for the vibes. I want it a little louder. No.
Do you just follow a script? What's going
No,
on
listen. I want the music a little bit louder. Like you guys want to turn up to Taylor Swift. I want to turn up to my culture. Thank
You're
you.
a teleprompter guy.
No, I'm
You
not
know
a
what's
teleprompter.
funny?
Nothing here is teleprompted. All right.
Roy's name is actually Royce, but since we do not pronounce sounds, that's why you call him Roy all the time. Every day is Roy.
Prince Royce. Prince Royce is missing from that list as well. Prince Royce. Real ones know, by the way. All right. Today's refrán del día is hecho un yogur. Hecho un yogur.
Yogur. You sound like me with reggaeton.
Hecho un yogur translates from Spanish to English as made of yogurt or made of yogurt. Made of yogurt.
It sounds like you surprised Mero.
It's a very Cuban.
Mero didn't
we're
even
teaching.
understand your refrán del
Today's
día.
a teaching. Yeah, today's a teaching refrán del día. Usually, there's cross cultures that understand the same ones. This one is a uniquely Cuban saying that means hecho or means made of yogurt.
Yeah, but that's one of those things. English, Spanish, like that could also mean something dirty.
Exactly right. But the reason why I'm hecho un yogur right now is because my daughter has me up at night. She was kicking me this morning. I didn't sleep at all. I'm hecho un yogur. I made nothing. I made just a bland substance of nothing right now. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. My life is a wreck right now. I'm hecho un yogur.
Tú estás explotado, bro.
Desbaratado todo.
Desbaratado.
That's another synonym. Exactly right.
Agotado.
Exactly right. Synonym for hecho un yogur, desbaratado, estoy descojonado. Agotado.
Terminé.
You can't say descojonado.
Yeah.
You can't say that out loud on the airwaves.
But
That's not
folks-
something
yeah,
that's
they're not
allowed to be
listening.
said.
They're not listening.
Oh, here we go. FCC Dan.
You're gonna call the FCC on Bad Bunny when he says that?
This guy was celebrating when Jimmy Kimmel got taken off the air.
I knew
He
it.
was hyped.
Thank you,
That
Dan.
was crazy.
It's about damn
I knew you were an
time.
ally.
He said, good for him.
Go ahead and do refrán del día on descojonado, please. Go ahead.
Descojonado.
No, please.
That's a refrán del día Hall of Famer, by the way, that your dad was a part of, and he put his head in his hands because he didn't want to answer.
No, because of course you
Descojonado
can't
means
say that out loud.
no balls. They have no balls. A eunuch. No, somebody with no testicles. They are sans testicles. They are descojonado.
Descojonado. You have no testicular fortitude.
None.
Cero testículo.
Are you familiar with the Dentec bucket? I need the Dentec mouthpieces in here. Does everyone have their mouthpieces? Are they ready to go to the bucket? Because I don't think that the kid Mero knows what it is that we're doing here. But if you get a bad football team here, Mero, you're going to be stuck in a situation where you have to pay a punishment. I don't have the lines in front of me. Do you guys have the lines in front of you as we
I
do
got
this?
all these at the top of the dome because I know ball.
Okay,
Let's
so
go.
we're going to do the Dentec bucket here with Mero. And let's see what we have here. You get to, let's give him the rules in a second on what it is that we're doing here because he's not done this with us, but he's going to have to pay a penalty here if he gets a losing team. You get one pick in the bucket, and if you don't like that pick, you get another pick, but the second pick stands. It's fairly self-explanatory.
All right.
Tony, you go first,
All right, let's
please.
start off here on the bucket. Sponsored by Dentec. The Carolina Panthers.
You don't want that ever unless it's a bye.
They are playing against the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Cowboys
put
are
that
3-point
back.
favorites.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that.
You're going
back.
to put that one? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Cowboys are gonna roll them. Cowboys are gonna roll them. All right, here we go. All right, the Packers.
Packers are playing Joe Flacco.
Oh no, Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
I'm kind of nervous about that, if I'm gonna be honest.
You shouldn't be. What? They're big favorite,
They're
right?
14-point
Minus
favorites.
14.
Yeah, but you guys don't know. Joe Flacco gets to a new team. All of a sudden, he's gonna play well.
Joe Flacco's already 1-0 against the Packers this season.
Exactly right. Thank you, Mike.
He knows how to beat them.
That's
He's got
wild.
that number.
Is this the first time a quarterback has played a non-division team twice? Something to ponder.
Good point. I
Here
like
we go.
that.
I know ball. The Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, I'll keep this.
You want that? Okay.
I like the
They're on the
Cowboy.
road. They're on the road as a 3-point favorite.
We're almost down the Cowboys.
3.5-point favorite. Billy's going to go now.
I got the Steelers.
Steelers are off the bye.
No, they're playing Cleveland, and they're a 5.5-point favorite.
I'm going to keep this.
That's a good one,
Yeah,
Paul.
I'm going to keep the Steelers.
That's going to be Gabriel as your quarterback, throwing the ball 6 yards at a time.
2 first names.
All right, the bucket is presented by Dentech's Ultimate Fantasy Football Punishment. Learn more and sign up your league at dentech.com.
Where's your mouthpiece, buddy?
Oh, I have it right here.
Oh,
Did you get the
Roy got Notre Dame.
the golden helmet of life?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be taken out. Zaz has that.
No,
That's
no,
not
it's
supposed to
never
be
been
in
the
there.
rule. It's never been the rule.
again.
Let's not do this.
Congratulations, Roy.
Thank you.
Roy, you need to play the sound that goes with the golden helmet of life.
Dan, are you gonna pull for Merrill or?
I can't physically pull.
Yeah, you gotta pull for Merrill, Dan.
All right, this pick is for Mero right here. He's got the swap helmet.
Oh wow!
Worst
Roy,
case scenario.
you gotta pull another one, Dan. You gotta pull
the
another
other
one
now.
The swap helmet means you get to take anyone else's helmet that you want, Mero. You get to any helmet that you want around here. The golden helmet of life is the best thing that you can get. The other pick is for the Texans. So you have the
They're
Texans,
on a
but
bye,
you can
so that's a
swap
good
it.
one, too.
You got 2 good helmets, no penalties for you.
So you could either be satisfied that you're safe on the one time maybe all season that you'll pick this, or just be mean to Roy and give him just 1 week of safety as opposed to 3.
You know what? Y'all have been saying Royce incorrectly. So I'm going to take the bye and give Roy safety.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
no one's happy about that.
Because I got mad love for Roy. You know what I'm saying? He's up there doing the same thing every day. First one in, last one out. You know what I'm saying?
Not often.
Real
accurate.
studio rat.
Not today.
You know what I'm saying? Locked in.
That's very nice of you. I took the Chargers. I got the Chargers. They're a 7.5-point favorite at Baltimore. So I'll
Big
keep
Justin
that.
Herbert guy.
I'll keep that.
No, Chargers play the Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't know what you're looking at.
You're still good.
They're still 4.5
You're
point
looking at the
favorites against the
Rams.
Dolphins.
Keep that. Keep that.
You're still fine.
You're
Yeah.
looking at the Rams.
I was
Rams
looking
play
at the Rams.
Ravens.
Yeah,
That's my
man,
bad.
you gotta wear the cheaters, man.
Ram tough. You got Rams on mind.
Mero, good seeing you. Victory Light with the Kid Mero from iHeartRadio.
That's right.
New episodes twice a week, wherever it is you get your podcasts. You also got his YouTube channel at According to the Kid. Hit him one more time with the Vladimir Guerrero before Billy buries Tony here.
The Yankee lose.
It's not a bury. It just, we had some people do some research in the back in regards to Billboard #1 hits all time. Since you said that,
that's why I already know your argument is
said-
flawed, because you're going to the Billboard mainstream artist and seeing like, oh yeah, what did Billboard say? I don't give a shit what
you
Billboard says.
said
How about that one?
the most hits ever. I'm just gonna read you the top
What
5.
I said, just to clarify really quick before you read the top 5, what I said was his albums have no skips.
Yeah.
That's what I said. He's
And
got
this is
massive
just-
hits, no album. He's got every album has no skips in it. That's
All right.
what I said.
This is just these Billboard ranks #1 songs.
Okay.
All right. Number 5 on the list, Drake with 13 #1 songs.
More
all
hits than the
time.
Beatles. Yes, we know that.
Tied with Drake, but at number 4, Michael Jackson, 13 #1
Yeah.
songs. At number 3, Rihanna has 14 #1 songs
Good for
all
her.
time.
Good for her. I didn't realize
Number 2, this one might be a surprise to you guys. Number 2, Mariah Carey has 19 #1 songs all time.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Before you drop the #1, let me tell you something. Open your third eye to calcify your pineal gland. It's manufactured with stream farms nowadays. Think about it.
Thank you.
I saw a thing where Akon was talking about how he'd just make ringtone music because he realized you could get $4.99 per ringtone
Straight to
or
your
$1.99
account.
per stream, and
Yes.
he's like, "I'm just making ringtones. I don't give a crap."
Soulja Boy did the same thing. Soulja
All right.
Boy was the original.
Number 1, the Beatles with 20. If you're wondering where Bad Bunny is, the biggest artist of all time, according to Tony, more hits than anyone, he has one #1 hit of all time. And if you're wondering what that song was, it's I Like It, which is really Cardi B and J Balvin, and Bad Bunny's kind of tossed on there.
Wow, tossed on there. He made wow, like he's just the parsley on the steak. Wow, that's
I
crazy.
listened to that song in the middle of the Caribbean on a cruise, and man, that hit.
Of course.
When you're
of course,
walking on
because
the Lido
when you're
deck while that
talking about
song's
the
playing.
vibes,
Chambeo. I was like,
Exactly.
oh my
Thank
God.
you. We made my point already. We made my point. That's it. I won.
Tony's a vibe lord.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about the vibes. It's not about numbers. It's about the eye test.
The Yankee lose.